start streaming.
We're ready to go. Stubbs the Zombie, Rebel in Rebel Without a Pulse.
Rebel.
Okay, 2-player.
Create your.
I think that's yours.
That's mine.
Okay, so
I just created one. Well,
you just created one. You're quick. Okay, we're gonna have your old boy Hikiko here. Guys, we are playing. This is our first collaboration in some time. We're actually in the.
Yeah, it's been since like the spring.
Yeah.
We did. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to talk
The 3DO. Well, we also did something else, kind of privately.
Yeah. To
Secret.
possibly be released someday.
Possibly, yeah. I like a lot of sensitivity in this game.
We'll see.
This has been a while. You know, I tried to get the Steam version of this. Hey, what's up, Max? Yeah, Mr. Sandman. This soundtrack is phenomenal.
Right. I bought the soundtrack for this years ago. I'll wait until there's more people in here.
Yeah,
Stories.
Yeah, we got a lot of stories about this game, so let's get some people in here. Let's make sure the tweets went out. Stubbs with the buds is what I titled this. Stubbs the Zombie with buds. I'm gonna put the buds on Twitter, okay? Stubbs with the buds.
Oh man, I could talk about my movie.
Yes, I will actually when we make the video. So the purpose of today is I've already beaten Stubbs the Zombie on single player. I've captured all the footage, and I was like, hey David, I want to collab with you on this because he is the Stubbs master. He knows more about Stubbs the Zombie than any human on Earth.
I mean, I probably used to. I probably forgot most of it.
Yeah, but he'll get a refresher course. And I was like, really, the only thing I have left to do is play co-op. And so that's what we're doing today is we're getting the co-op footage, and then we're like, you know what, let's just do it on a live stream. Why not? Yeah. So we're going to play 2 players here. He's going to be invert. I think that's weird. I haven't played invert in a long time.
I've been playing it ever since the 90s.
So
it says player 1.
Player 1, that's me.
Yeah. Player 2, that's me.
And David's player 2. We're going to go to Welcome to Punch Bowl. This is the intro. We're going to play it on insane mode.
It's actually more fun on the hard difficulties. All it does is add more enemies.
Before we get this started, tell us how our audio levels are, please.
Sure.
I know I'm a little louder because I'm on the right side of the mic.
Rotate it slightly.
Yeah, we're rotating it a little bit.
Yeah.
I got the Elgato going.
How far can this go? Can this go like more centralized, or is that about
That's about it, unless you want to break the mic arm.
I don't want to break it.
So, yes, I'm Miles, by the way, Hikiko.
I'm David.
And that's King Game Review over here.
Oh, yeah, that's my name.
He uses his full name as his YouTube channel now, so he doxes himself.
That's fine.
David King up on YouTube. Check him out. He's one of my oldest friends and oldest YouTube collaborators. Okay.
Yeah,
the reason why we're going to play on Insane Mode is because the game is really fun on Insane. There's more NPCs.
Yeah, it doesn't change like how hard the enemies are. It just gives you more enemies, which means you have a bigger zombie horde.
Yeah, bigger zombie army. And with 2 people, it's fucking good. Game seems too quiet, but you guys are fine. Well, there's a reason why the game should be quiet is because there's a lot of copyrighted music in here.
Yeah,
so we want to try and beat the algorithm a little bit, but I will bump it up just a tad bit. How's that?
Tad's dead.
I don't want to criticize anyone as audio engineers, but some people, like when I go back on the stream to listen to it, the audio's like, blah, 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 and I'm just like, hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, so
I sometimes have to combat that when I go through the
yeah, so I'm going to turn it down just a tad bit there.
This is not going to be a future. I don't want to play this because I do want to play this.
I do want to play this, okay?
For once,
Episode 1.
Like 12 years that we've played a game that we want to play.
Okay, so this is Stubbs the Zombie, a Rebel Without a Pulse. Takes us back to high school. The basic synopsis of the game.
High school copy.
Yeah, that's his high school copy. I've got my copy somewhere in my house. I couldn't find it.
My receipt.
Yeah.
October 19th, 2005.
He has his GameStop receipt, ladies and gentlemen. Let's show it on the stream. Full cam. There we go. He bought it.
53.73.
We didn't pirate it this time. That's an ancient.
Oh, I paid with store credit.
He paid with store credit, tax free. I might have been working at the GameStop during that time. Who checked you out? Who checked you out?
I don't know. JKP.
JKP. I don't remember who that guy was.
I don't know.
Yeah, GameStop people sign in by their initials.
Oh, it has the soundtrack in here. Oh wait, let's watch this cutscene.
We'll summarize the cutscene. Essentially, there's this place called Punch Bowl. It's a utopian society, a dystopian society.
Back in, like the 50s, they're like, oh, this is what retrofuturism is gonna
Yeah.
be like, and they actually like all those old videos from the 50s. This is what the city of tomorrow, and they actually just built it. And then,
So it's like, this is the world of tomorrow. Think about Disney's like Future Land or whatever it is,
at
Epcot Center. But this is also kind of more of a zombie outbreak game, wherever it shows all the flaws of the utopian society, and Stubbs is kind of the foil to all that and all the plans, and it's just kind of like this wacky zombie comedy in the middle, and I really like it, and I think it influenced so many other games that had like a 50s period piece. Like at the same time Destroy All Humans came out, same year. And then, of course, Lollipop Chainsaw is heavily inspired by this. There's no getting around it.
I bought it a couple years ago, but I haven't played it.
It's my least favorite Suda game. No, Killer is Dead is my least favorite. I really don't like...
I played like a few hours of Killer is Dead, and I thought it was cool, but I feel like the charm wore off very quickly,
Yeah.
and I got bored.
Yeah, and that's the truth. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the later Suda games, but they're not terrible. Like, I like the soundtrack of Lollipop, for sure. This one has a kick-ass soundtrack, and the gameplay is...
We'll talk about that.
It's-
Yeah, this part's
all right, so here's our introduction to our hero.
It's like, oh, brains. And then there's, in two-player mode, it doesn't explain where the second person is. Just like, oh,
Yeah, you're just a zombie that's also Stubbs.
yeah, that's also Stubbs. I have so much to say about this game.
Yeah, I love Stubbs' design so much. It was very rare that you got to play kind of like an anti-hero, anti-human, like really no purpose beyond eating brains and fucking. Like that's the whole plot here.
Two Stubbs. No, there's a lighter Stubbs and a darker Stubbs.
Yeah.
There you go, that's all you need. So this game was made by members of the original Halo team,
Yeah.
and they like broke off. They used the original Halo 1 engine and then just built this. It's like a big Halo 1 mod, basically.
Yeah.
Like you can, at first glance, it doesn't really seem that way, but the more you play, like especially once you get to the vehicle sections, you're like, oh, this is just a reskinned Ghost, or this is a
Yeah.
reskinned Warthog, or whatever. So you just go around eating people, and when you kill them, they die. But if you eat their brains, they come back as a zombie.
You can also use your like different body parts, kind of like Halo has those sticky grenades and stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
you
you've
unlock new powers.
you've got like kidneys, and that will also turn them into
Yeah,
zombies.
We'll show those as we get them, because those powers are unlocked throughout the course of the game.
I absolutely love this. And it even has like that weird noise grain filter on it.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a Silent Hill thing, but I think it just adds to the charm of it. We're playing on insane mode, and
There's just so many people everywhere. That's all it does, is add more people.
yeah, and there's cops and stuff like that. I don't think the AI improves all that much.
Oh no.
The AI is kind of
Sometimes you have to injure them to eat them.
I would like to say the AI is brainless.
Oh no, I accidentally killed them. Ugh. That's how you regain health, is by eating them.
Yeah, you regain health by eating them, and there's also like a slow regen too.
I haven't played this game in probably at least 10 years. So.
I played through the entire game last year, and I loved it.
Yeah,
and I
it's
was
fun.
like,
well, it's fun until the last couple levels.
yeah, the last couple of levels really dropped the ball. It kind of goes more down I wouldn't call it a Halo, but like your
sci-fi type.
third-person cover shooter
Yeah, it's not
kind of
bad.
thing, and it doesn't really amp up the fun.
No.
You just spend more time in vehicles than you do as Stubbs in the last few levels.
Trying to kill people who are jetpacking around.
Yeah, there's a lot of aerial enemies near the end.
It's not great. But there's ways to take care of them, which we will get into when we get those powers.
So you can look on my screen. You can see a bit of our zombie horde has built up already. There's a civilian back there.
Better get that guy.
Yeah, you want to get as many as you can. Otherwise, your horde will get them. And your horde doesn't always turn them.
Do they not?
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Okay. There's no sprint button, but if you like get some momentum, then you'll start running.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it. If I accidentally killed him.
Max Frog Minutes is actually quite fun for a mobile game.
Is that like Frog Fractions?
Nah.
Oh, that's the one you did a video of.
Yeah, I did a video on it. Look at our horde.
pretty good.
Yeah, the frames kind of dipping too because we're doing co-op. Plus, the horde is just so ridiculously big. In the bottom right, you can see that there's a little nuclear sign. That's your fart.
Oh, that's the fart.
Yeah, it's an AOE fart
I didn't know which one
that
to start.
stuns all the it stuns all the enemies in the area like this.
And then you can eat them.
And then it just makes all the enemies stunned, susceptible for brain eating.
I like how there's so many different animations for the brain eats.
Yeah, so like Stubbs, I think has about 6 different ones, depending on the angle you come at them, or like if you've ripped off certain amount of limbs and stuff.
So yeah, and after you finish the game, you can play through again, and there's like director commentary spread out through the game. You can play in that mode.
Oh yeah, there's these little hippo heads that have director's commentary about level design and just the challenges they encountered. So I was looking for good information, like to build a retrospective on Stubbs, and it's all built into the game. Like you hear all this. Be safe, have fun, eat brains. That's the tagline.
Yeah, this wide load, this was like their first game, and then they haven't made anything good since.
Yeah, they made this in Hail to the Chimp.
A couple of years later, which is
like an X-Men Legends kind of game.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
No, it was like a weird party game.
Yeah.
Like it had a bunch of mini games. It was a mini game compilation based around a presidential election where you picked your animal and you're running for president.
Oh, really?
And then whoever won the most mini games won the presidency.
I've always wanted to play that, but it's so hard to come by.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
I rented it back in the day, and it was just a very average type game.
Now, for a first game, this is fantastic.
Yeah, this is good. Well, it's just they've worked on Halo, and then they're like, well, you know,
yeah.
Like this.
Going from Halo to Stubbs is like quite the trajectory, I think.
Yes.
I honestly like this better than Halo.
I mean, Halo 1 is still...
Halo 1 is great. I'm not going to shit on one of the most classic games of all time, but
this is something else.
If I had to pick...
It's definitely more unique, for sure.
If there was a LAN party and you could do split screen, 4 people Stubbs, I would choose that any day.
Oh. This guy. Yeah, it's good.
So eventually we're gonna get some long-range weapons. Like Stubbs has to kind of use a zombie horde as a blockade most of the time.
Yep.
So you want to build up enough zombies, and then you can actually push them or guide them.
Mm-hmm.
So like Stubbs can do something like shove a zombie and then follow straight behind them to use them as a bullet shield, and that's critical in the game.
Yeah, it gets a little tricky when you're fighting more enemies.
Yeah.
But you also have a bigger zombie horde, so it kind of evens.
Yeah,
out.
so like you can just send them out to die, and then just follow behind them. Hey, go, go, go. And then so what I like to do is I like to jump and just do the fart, because there you go. It stuns all the enemies in the vicinity.
Oh, he's ripped his arm off.
Yeah, he ripped the arm off, which you can use. We're explaining a lot of mechanics, but the game just is like, go play. Here's a sandbox, go play.
Oh, when I ripped his arm off, he turned into a zombie, so I got a free arm.
Yeah, and you can. The arm is good for. There's armored enemies that come out later on, like SWAT teams, and you can use arms and stuff to club them. Oh, it's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, this game's great. I was following it for a while, and I got it I got it at GameStop launch day, which was a day after the official launch day, but I bought it the day that GameStop got it.
It had like a silent release. Like it was hyped up. I believe there's a Game Informer cover that I have that has like Stubbs just eating the fuck out of somebody's head, and then it just went silent because it was going through so many delays.
Well, it also came out was it 2005?
Yeah, about...
It came out like a month before the Xbox 360 came out.
And that's a shame. I wish they would have like done one of those cross-generational things.
Sure.
Like Gun was one of those...
When you kill people with the arm, it automatically zombifies them.
It does,
awesome.
yeah.
Okay.
Gun was one of those games that like went on Xbox and 360, and it's great no matter where you play, but the 360 was smoother and had achievements.
Yeah,
and
this game had that would have been great, because this came out like exactly a month before 360 came out, so it didn't even stand a chance.
Yeah, and that's a damn shame, because people are trading in all their Xbox original shit, and this wasn't backwards compatible at launch.
No, it was backwards compatible like years later.
Yeah.
5 or 6 years later, it got backwards compatibility.
Yeah. Shadowhog, this is Stubbs the Zombie, Rebel without a pulse, It no longer has a store presence. I think it's on Xbox 360 store. That's the only place.
I think it was pulled from that too.
It was pulled from that?
Yeah, because it had glitches, so they just didn't fix it.
Yeah, it used to be on Steam, but they pulled it due to copyright reasons over the songs. It's got one of the best soundtracks.
Yeah, we can talk about that. So
yeah.
There's an advertisement for the soundtrack in here, which I have. I actually do own the soundtrack on CD for this game. I bought it like at the same time I bought this game, and I had it in my car up until my wife took it because she listens to it, so it's in her car.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of 50s songs covered by modern artists. Well, modern as of 2005.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, some of those bands are still around.
Yeah, there's like Death Cab for Cutie.
Death
Cake,
Cab,
and
Cake, Phantom Planet.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Else? The Bon.
The Ravenettes.
Yeah, there's just it's great. It's fantastic. I listen to it all.
Yeah, after this stream, go listen to it.
Audrey and I, our first dance at our wedding was to the song from this game.
I was there.
The Death Cab for Cutie version of Earth Angel.
Earth Angel.
Earth
Angel. Yeah.
Where are zombies? What the heck are they doing?
Yeah, they were like way back there. We need to push them. You can also whistle for your zombies too.
What's the button for that?
I think you just have to stand still and look behind you like this. And then I think it's Y.
For some reason, I don't have the manual. Oh, it's Y. It gave me a prompt.
Yeah. You just have to stand still and they'll come to you.
For some reason, I don't have the manual. Back in the day, to save room or something, I put all my discs into like a big CD case, and then I put all my manuals in like
we got this
in the back of the CD case, and I don't know where the heck I put them.
We got this. Go zombie bullet shield.
Dude, you're gonna die.
I don't have a fart to my name. I'm dead. Re-dead.
What are these guys doing?
I think I spawn.
What? No, these are just police just standing here.
So I've got to wait.
These guys killed all our zombies.
Yeah. So what happens is
all our zombies are dead, and these police killed them all. What a bunch of maniacs.
You have to get to a safe zone so I can respawn.
It's just like Halo 1.
Yeah, basically.
How did these 4 police officers kill like 20?
What's up, Shizu Wolf? Hey, Johnny.
Okay,
shout out to everyone in here. Say hello. We're just stubbing around. I'm back.
I regrew part of our horde. There's 4 police.
That's good enough for us. Yeah. This is insanity mode. We're playing on the hardest, but the hardest is the funnest mode.
Yep.
In co-op, I should say. It's really difficult on single player because you get just cornered all the time, but co-op, it's the only way to play.
Yep. Oh, you have a fart. Get in there, man.
I got a fart.
Do your
Let's go.
Fart bomb.
I will. I just want to try and get in as close as possible. This guy's just so slow.
I'm getting shot.
This is my strategy always.
Just get a run, because if you walk for a few seconds, then you start like going to a zombie sprint kind of.
All right, hey, there's one of our guys. He's just crawling down there.
Yeah, and then you can just do a leaping fart bomb.
All right, here we go.
We get attacked so many times in the air.
Yeah, their bullets go insane. This should be good. Blah, all right.
Feast away. Oh, I took his arm. You take their arm off during this, and then you can beat the other guy and turn him into a zombie.
I just tend to go for the brains, like the arms.
The problem is, I don't think your zombie horde follows you from like location to location. If we go to the next screen,
I think what it does is like in the later levels, it calculates how many you had and will just like give you a portion of them. Later on in the game, like whenever you've created an epidemic, like every level has some zombies in it already.
This game just kind of starts with no explanation, but as you go on, there's cutscenes showing like the backstory about what's going on, why it's happening, and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a romantic plot. Like Stubbs is in love with the Marilyn Monroe model of this town. There's government corruption. There's a pharmaceutical company, I think, in there too, like doing test subjects with the Russians collaborating.
They're like overlaid.
Well, they're overlaid like when we were playing,
I guess that's fine. Yeah.
I love the fucking in-between cards, too, the artwork, that transition between levels. So take a look at this one. Here's Stubbs on the subway. Spicy Nuggies come out tomorrow. Are you getting any?
I don't know what that means.
Wendy's Spicy Nuggies.
Didn't they already have those?
Yeah, they're coming back.
I didn't know they were done.
So we got Virgil's 0-calorie root beer.
I'll try it.
It's very good. Stevia sweetened. It's got a bite to it for a 0-calorie root beer.
Well, I'm not 0 calories.
Yeah.
How many calories does the human body have in it?
I don't know. Probably over 10,000 at least.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean,
What is it? 1,200 in a pound?
no, it's like 3,000.
3,000 a
In
pound?
of fat.
Okay,
3,000
so I'm like,
calories.
what, 150 times that by 150. That's how many. Plus, I don't know. Depends. Some things are more calorie laden
yeah,
than
these
others.
dudes. Crank up the in-game value for these guys, or is it just because this is turned low? It's probably good for the stream.
Yeah.
Or is there-
So that's the love interest right there.
Yep.
You saw that guy zipping around. That's one of the vehicles. It's called the Sodomizer.
Yeah, it's the one. Do you want to drive or shoot?
I guess I'll drive. You get in.
Wait.
You do the caboose.
I'm trying. Yeah. All right.
This is the Sodomobile. I think it's only one per.
What? I thought. Are you shooting?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, I thought the guy got on the back.
There's another one that you can get.
Alright, well, there's guys behind a shooter, man.
You can see them
This
fly
makes-
around.
Fine, this is like the Spectre or something.
Yeah. I don't know what the point would be in having another person in this.
I mean, it would be like the Warthog. You'd have to shoot the gun.
Yeah, but this one, like, they built it in such a way that,
Yeah,
yeah, one person
I
can
don't
shoot.
understand the point of having a vehicle that shoots giant chunks of dirt.
It's so that they could have a sodomy joke. That's
Oh.
it.
Okay.
The Sodomobile.
I always thought it was called the Sodomizer.
Well, the next part of the level is like this botanical garden that they were building. So this is like, it's just a vehicle that shoots shit. That's it.
It doesn't zombify people. Really.
No, it doesn't. But in this portion here, you really don't need it to.
Wait, let's say you can jump eat brains without injuring them first.
Yeah, you can
Forgot about that.
fall directly down onto them.
Yeah, you don't, that's the pro tip right there.
I think you get the most amount of recovery doing that too. Gonna get that peach mellow yellow with my Wendy's.
Oh no, they killed me.
I didn't know they had mellow yellow at Wendy's, or peach for that
Run
matter.
away. Run away.
I got this.
Killed.
The physics on this thing are hilarious. Like when you flip it, it just does like a 360. There we go.
Great. Just run.
I'm just flying on it.
The police killed me, and then they killed all my zombies I made.
This is one of the hardest games on original Xbox to find.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's like $60. Because all the releases were pulled, and it's really
Oh,
difficult.
I can get in. There's a passenger seat.
Yeah.
I got in.
I think you have to get in before I do, though.
Yeah.
So this game used to be on Steam, and there's also a PC CD version of it that's like 3 discs long, but it's only compatible with Windows XP, and you have to get some crazy hacks going to get it on 7 and 10.
I have the Steam version.
You have the Steam version?
I'm like 99% sure because I bought it for like a Steam sale, probably right before they pulled it. It was
Yeah.
on a super discount.
I think they pulled it in 2009, according to different sources I was looking up.
Pretty sure I have it. I'll have to double check.
I heard that it's only playable with the patches.
Yeah, you need some mods to get it to work.
NVIDIA cards and I believe ATI. NVIDIA and ATI are the only compatible ones.
Well, does anyone else make cards?
Well, maybe it's ATI that has the issues, but NVIDIA works.
I don't have any cards.
What do you got? ATI what?
Well, I had an R9 290, and then it broke like a week out of warranty. They wouldn't fix it, so I went back to my old 6950.
Oh, really?
2011.
Damn, dude. I'm rocking a 770, but I'm looking to go up to a 960 Ti. But that's gonna come whenever I get money. Right now, it's fine for what I do.
Yeah, I don't do anything with my computer, so I don't really care that much. What are we supposed to be doing?
So we have to kill all these dudes, and then we look for an entrance into the lab, and I believe it's over here.
We have to kill them all first.
I think so. There's a lab that leads to a botanical garden.
Botany.
Yeah. You can see all these like giant mushrooms on the field here. It's part of their experiments.
back in like 2008 or probably, I emailed Wide Load and was like, hey,
Speak into the mic.
Oh, back in like 2008, I emailed Wide Load and I was like, hey, are you guys making more Stubbs games? And they're like, we'd love to, and then they never did.
We'd love to. There is a spiritual sequel in the works to Stubbs the Zombie. It's called Raise the Dead. Raise !S apostrophe S the Dead, and it's like this mobile kind of game where you build zombie hordes, and it has like a Stubbs like character, but it's still stuck in a perpetual green light mode. Yeah, it's on Steam right now. You can see where my character is.
Are we not supposed to go this way?
Yeah, we're supposed to go where I'm at, I think.
How about here? Is this the same? This looks
I think
this looks like Halo.
Yeah.
Like this, I guess so.
Where are you?
I'm in a different one. Is that where you're supposed to go?
Okay, I'll
No,
rendezvous. Okay,
There you go, you're at the right
you
spot.
come to me.
This looks just like Halo.
Yeah.
Like this little
They
corridor.
probably use the same textures. Look at my Stubbs
man,
going
it's
15 frames.
I heard that like running on the 360 does have a few issues though with
Yeah.
performance.
I mean, isn't it software-based emulation?
I have no idea. Probably.
Max, is it software-based emulation on the 360 for Xbox original games? Fella who made the widescreen fix for Stubbs on PC actually found the reason for the crashes and resolved it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'd love to play the PC version. The only ones I could find is there's an abandonware website that has it, but it's only the ISO, and then you have to like recompile it to be an executable or something like that. And I'm just looking for the executable version. Good Old Games had a poll last month for Stubbs the Zombie to see if they could bring it.
That would be.
Yeah, if
the
Good Old
easiest
Games
way.
gets it, I will fucking buy it day one. All right, so we're headed into the science lab.
Can you turn these guys into zombies?
No, you can. They're passive until you attack them.
Oh, there's guys up there.
Ah! They're on the balcony.
Oh, we have our grenade. I have my grenade now. Why don't you have your grenade?
I have to eat.
Enough people?
Yeah,
Is
you.
it all just based on total.
I think it's like
Bumps?
certain sections. Like if I eat one person in a particular area, you grow a new power up.
I'm waiting for the hands. The hand is the best one.
Oh yeah, the hand level is gonna be weird on co-op. Yeah, I don't have my kidney bomb. That's like one of the best things. Maybe it's the quality of the brains that does it too.
Quality.
I think we deactivated a lock somewhere.
Probably that door that I was at.
Yeah, we can go back that way.
I don't remember. It's been a very long time since I played this game.
I got this. I got my Xbox like a year, like my senior year of high school when I worked at
That's
GameStop.
when I got my 360.
And the one game that I wanted for it was Stubbs.
That's awesome. I'm just getting your own data lobby.
I had another friend who played the game quite a bit. He was a huge Halo fan. Hey, I got a little zombie friend with me. He joined me.
Or like the Marines.
And I ended up buying this, and I played it quite a bit. I think I sat through on a weekend and just beat it in one go.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a super long game.
No, I think the game's only about 6-7 hours,
Yeah.
depending on your familiarity and
Yep.
difficulty.
Is this the door? Maybe. Like, if you played it through on the easiest difficulty and just flew through it, it probably
Yeah.
skipped all the cutscenes.
So I think we found the right way. We're making good progress. So Stubbs is trying to chase after his beloved all throughout the game. You learn about his backstory as you go. It's kind of I wouldn't call it tragic, but it's just like a silly story all throughout.
Mm-hmm. Alright, how do I throw my bomb?
Is it left trigger?
Oh, this guy tasered me.
I need to eat more brains so I can grow it. You got 2 of them?
Nice.
Perfect. All right, you're going to be our tank.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah, Fallout definitely had this style going for it, I guess, before Stubbs, the whole futuristic 1950s kind of thing.
Yeah, because when was the first Fallout, like 97?
Yeah.
Oh, now we both have 3. Got it. Just like a regular grenade.
Hey, I got it.
Oh, it uses detonator. That's right.
Yeah, they're I wouldn't call them proximity bombs. They're more like trigger activated.
Yep.
So I can go, boom. Sometimes it kills them, depending on how close you get. It's good for dispatching groups, though. It's been a hot minute since I've played this. I think it was like last year. I sat down one November. I was like looking through my game collection. I'm like, I haven't played Stubbs in a long time. And I was like doing some research on it, trying to make a little video, or at least, you know, get the makings of a little video. And I'm like, you know, this game does not get enough love.
It really doesn't. It's a great game.
It's one of those forgotten franchises that just falls by the wayside because it's just around that time when a new console comes out. And, you know, they probably didn't have enough money to start development on a 360
Because they already had this Halo 1 engine. They didn't have to make their own engine, so that really helped.
It would have been funny, though, if, like, the Halo, what is it, the Combat Evolved HD version on the 360.
Yeah. Or the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, they did the same thing with...
One.
Yeah.
They just added an unlockable stuff in there.
Yeah. It makes me sad, though, because, like, I think about just the transitions in media. Like, now we've gone from VHS to Betamax to DVD, or Laserdisc to DVD to Blu-ray, and to just mostly streaming.
Yeah.
But games aren't really afforded that privilege. Like, they kind of get lost in their respective generations, and just because of copyrights and all these dumb things, they're only preserved by piracy.
Yep, I mean, basically. That's it.
That's it. Either that or you got to have a non-leaky capacitor Xbox original.
Yep, or 1.6
Yeah.
Revision. I had 2 of them died at leaky capacitors because I wasn't paying attention, so I got a 1.6 version, and I'm good to go.
That's something notorious for the original Xbox.
After like 10 years or 15 years or something, their clock capacitor leaks and breaks the motherboard.
Yeah, and I mean,
it's easy to replace, or
yeah,
easy to remove.
Yeah, you can just remove it, but it doesn't, like, if you have a game that uses time features like The Simpsons Road Rage, you can't use those anymore.
Yeah, so I would recommend if you're going to buy an OG Xbox, make sure it has a 1.6 motherboard. Which there's ways to tell online which version it is.
Yeah, there's a serial code at the bottom if it's still there, if it's not worn off.
If it's from 2005 or 2004 or 2005, it's definitely the newer one.
Yeah. Dude, I'm just happy to be playing a video game. Like, this whole fucking month has just been one bummer after the next. Like, just in terms of news and world, like, happenings in America, happenings in the world, just like bumming me out. Like, I just want to play video games. I don't want to hear any more of this. I know my government's corrupt.
Yeah.
Yesterday was probably one of the biggest wake-up calls for the country. Yeah, it's like it's over. It's over. It's time to become a NEET and just play video games. Shut myself off from the outside. Can't go to Walmart anymore.
No.
That's out of the question.
Yeah, for sure.
It's funny that Walmart is where all the mass shootings are happening.
I went to Walmart today to pick up some groceries, and she said there was a ton of police there.
Oh, there's a ton. So, like, in Kansas City, there's been several threats from some, I don't want to use that word, but from some idiots. I was about to use the actual word I use on YouTube. But yeah, there's been so many, like, shooting threats in Kansas City to several of the different Walmarts that David and I go to. Yeah. So now there's armed guards at Walmart. That's ridiculous. And you would think the shooters would go to Target.
Funny. Joke.
I got it. I had to get one in there just because society's collapsing and I can only laugh. It's so bad.
It's extra bad.
Yeah, but yeah, it's getting terrible over here. So I've just been trying to stay inside. Now I'm just gonna be a completely online shopper, like do Amazon groceries. Just never eat fresh food, only preservative, box goods.
There you go. That's all you need.
That's all you need. It's bad though. And it's getting worse. And then just like, I don't know, Trump's coming out, all violent video games, that old tired shit.
Well, they have to blame someone other.
Yeah, you just gotta have Band-Aid measures, and it's dumb. And I ain't a political guy, but like the moment you start tapping in my video games, I become political. Like, all right, now you've awakened me. Leave them alone. But
what is this room for? Is this like where one of the commentaries would be? Because the commentaries are like kind of hidden throughout.
yeah,
the
they're
game.
little hippo heads.
So, once you beat the game, then you get that option. So, I'm guessing these like dead end rooms would probably have one in it because they're kind of hidden.
I thought about it, like, you know, if they ban violent video games, I would actually be okay with it because I've got enough violent video games to survive. Yeah, like in case I could, like, survive in a bomb shelter, you know, off the grid and just have all my violent video games. Like, either that or just people like Metal Jesus would be like, oh, my game collection's worth so much more. This is fantastic. That's exactly how it's going to be. There's going to be like an NRA for violent video game owners.
Yep.
And then there's going to be people that profit off of it.
Of course.
Yeah.
By my collection, I've got every Mortal
I've
Kombat.
got every Mortal Kombat. You want Halo, you got to come through me. There's just no way.
No.
I don't think it's ever going to happen, but
I mean, they could reduce the advertising or something, kind of like smoking.
I say that, but Sony's already taking part in censorious practices.
Right.
Like, oh, yeah, we got to revise the sexual nature. The violence is fine, but we got to just hide that butt cheek. They're going about it the wrong way, right? I don't know. But Nintendo, no censorship. Microsoft, I don't know.
I haven't seen anything.
I haven't seen anything come from Microsoft, so far they're good. But Sony's like released some of the most violent shit I've ever seen. Like more violent than Postal. And then Postal was like the game that people would take to court and the picket lines. It was Postal, Postal 2, Mortal Kombat,
Doom.
some random indie game where you're like the KKK or
Yeah, sure.
or
JFK Reloaded.
yeah, JFK Reloaded was one of them. I actually like that game.
Yeah, it's a cool physics. Like,
Yeah, it's kind of like
experiments.
Sniper Elite, but
Yeah.
and there was a contest where you could have won $1 million, but it never happened.
Yeah, I mean it was cool as like a physics player just to see ballistics.
Like when you're an edgy kid and you're in high school and it's like, haha, JFK Reloaded came out. You know, I played it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I didn't play it.
Yeah, of course.
I played Super Columbine Massacre RPG.
I never played that.
And that was probably one of the most infamous ones.
Yeah, I mean I remember it existing. But,
There's a documentary about the creator of that game.
wow.
I don't know. Like I wasn't playing it because I was laughing at the situation. I was just kind of like,
Curious.
look at the gall of this guy who made it. And the worst part about that game is like after you get to the infamous scene like where Dylan and Eric kill themselves, it becomes a game of Doom at the end. Like they go to hell and it becomes a game of Doom.
Great.
So like there's a certain comedy about it. Like okay, it's like a commentary about violent video games at the very end.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing is a commentary about
Sure.
violent video games to the most extreme degree. Yeah, Super Columbine Massacre RPG, I think it's still out there. It runs on the RPG Maker engine. It's really stupid, but it's a commentary. That's all it was meant to be. And the creator gave speeches at colleges and stuff like that, and like the police had to escort him out several times. It's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
All right, so now we're in the redneck. This is the Bush era commentary of Stubbs the Zombie.
Yep. Came out peak Bush era.
I like the redneck part. This is getting to the point where you can start to possess people take them over.
This game supports 480p.
Is this a 480p game?
There were a couple 1080i Xbox originally.
Yeah, the Warriors.
720p and 1080i was as high as it went, but they look good.
Yeah, the Warriors was one that was 1080p. I think Raises Hell was one of those.
720p.
720p.
Yeah, one of those. I know it was some.
Burnout?
I think Marvel Rise of the Imperfects had 1080i.
Yeah,
Which was
and
pretty cool.
one of the Burnout games for
probably.
sure. Yeah, if there was an edgy game though, I think I downloaded every like indie game. Thrill Kill. Like I grew up on those weird edgy games.
Loaded
Duke Nukem, of course.
Original Loaded was one of those edgy games. Do you play?
Loaded, Reloaded. Yeah.
You skipped a cutscene.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is the lineup.
Yeah, they're like, who did it? And you're
Who
just
did
like-
it? And then
you're
there's a
standing in
zombie.
police lineup. You skip the cutscene. I guess if you already have footage of it for your episode.
Yeah, like I've got all the footage of single player, so we're all good.
So. Good old thing. Yeah, you get arrested somehow.
So this is a police breakout, and I think at the very end is wherever you get the arm ability, where you can possess NPCs.
Yeah, so if you want to have a gun, you can just possess a guy with a gun.
Yeah.
Oh, I was getting shot by that thing.
I wonder about games like Lisa the Painful RPG. That's probably one of the most violent, offensive games I've ever played in my life, and I love it. It's like if you think about the whole world and the situations that the background context of how the whole Flash incident happened, and like the whole game is kind of centered around child molestation. Yeah. I don't want to get it too deep into it, but it's one of the darkest games I've ever played, and it was presented in RPG Maker. And I think some of the most fucked up games I've ever played came from RPG Maker. Just like some guy.
Just ban that game.
Yeah, let's just ban the engine. How about that?
Yeah, then what?
I don't know. Let's just ban tools.
Yeah, let's ban computers.
We're gonna ban Dreams on PS4.
Yep. Is that game ever coming out?
It's in like
beta.
it's in beta. I have it. I haven't tinkered around with it because
Does it have VR support?
it does.
Okay.
I think it has Move support. I know.
Right, of course.
I think VR support either just came out or is about to. It's hard to get into because like the engine is
so
very
powerful.
it's so sophisticated.
Yeah.
And you're dealing with so many different like layers and objects, and you can kind of stitch together multiple levels and like basically create a full-fledged game without so many limitations. Very impressive.
Like that's like the one PS4 game I'm super interested in, but I need to get
Yeah.
VR for it. So.
I mean, if you might want to wait for a PS5 because it is going to be backwards compatible
Yeah.
with everything and
Right.
just run better. So
Yeah, I probably will do that. Just at this-
Oakland says, so do stores carry the Guy game Honeypot? The Guy game was infamously pulled from store shelves because I guess one of the girls yeah, she was like 17 or something. That game is basically Girls Gone Wild with trivia.
Yeah, it's a trivia game, and if you win, they flash you. Or
Yeah, there's boobs in it, and I guess one of the girls was 17. And I remember working at GameStop when that was pulled and when San Andreas was pulled.
And Kakuto Kojin.
And basically my manager said, like, okay, guys, we can go back into the back store. Tales from GameStop, oh, by the way. When I worked at GameStop, I tell these stories occasionally, but every stream there's a story. Well, San Andreas came out, and it was during the time where the hot coffee mod happened, wherever there's a scene where Carl can go have sex with, like, one of the female love interests. And you can, like, it was patched out of the main game, but I think through a soft mod, you could re-enable it to wherever Carl could just have a sex mini game. And there's like, as my manager described to a parent, it's fine. There's no hot dog, no bun, is what he said to some mom. He's like, it's okay, no hot dog, no bun.
I mean,
but
if you're gonna, I mean, it was on the disc, which is the problem. But I mean, every game could be modded to have.
Yeah, I mean, like if you modified your Xbox, That was like the only way you could get to it.
You need to mod your Xbox and then patch the game.
And then patch the game to get to the hot coffee mod. And so like we had to pull all of our version 1 San Andreas out of the store.
I mean, I own one.
And
then it got re-rated adults only, and then they re-released a mature version where they took it out.
Yeah, so there was all the discs we had to pull, and San Andreas was one of the most popular games at the time. So there was like over 40 copies in our store, and we were told by our district manager to take X-Acto knives and just cut up all the discs and stuff and throw them away. And obviously that's not what happened. Our manager was like, so you guys want a copy or 3?
Right, of course.
And I won't tell you if I did or did not take one, but I will say that those copies did not get destroyed and were still out there.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's dumb.
And there's no way to tell. Like, there's literally no way to tell
How the heck are we supposed to know?
unless you, like, rip it to your PC and look at the files.
Right, of course.
So, like, you would have to have a modified Xbox anyway, and if you're going to go that far, then you're probably already part of the Xbox scene.
Right.
And then you could just download the hot coffee version anyway. So it was just a futile attempt, and we all knew it was stupid, but it was one of those things we had to do working there. And then the second time that happened was when the Guy game came out. And the Guy game was just like a trivia game told by some douchebag announcer going around on a beach telling chicks to like show off their tits. So like the better you did, the more tits you got to see. But I guess one of those girls lied about her age for no reason. And because of that, they had to pull the game and I guess remove her scenes or something like that. Like anyone was trying to buy that game in the first place.
And then the same thing happened with Kakudo Kojin. It was a weird fighting game.
Yeah,
And
Kakudo Kojin.
It had like Islamic chanting in one of the levels, and this was
peak 9/11,
right.
like Islamophobia going on in America, and because it had like one Islamic chant in the background of some song, they are like, "Oh, we got to pull this game because it offends nobody, but just in case." Yeah, it was stupid. I haven't heard of that happening again.
No.
Since we live in the day and age of patches, but like during that time, it was certainly.
Oh, there was one in Mario. RPG.
Mario RPG?
One of Mario, the second one, third one, one of them, someone called somebody a spaz or spastic or something.
Oh yeah.
And then they had to re-release it without that.
I think that was a European thing.
Yeah.
Because spaz in British culture is like slang for you know.
Right.
I can't say it on YouTube.
Right.
I get the YouTube flag, but
Yeah,
the hard R word.
Yes, the hard R.
Not that other hard R word. But yeah.
Yeah.
I almost said it a few times. I've said it once on stream, and then I was like, oh shit, I got to pull this down. I can say that on BitChute, though. I'm going to get a BitChute account, and I'm going to say it all I want.
We get our arm mode.
Retired is what Oakland says, yeah.
Oh, I have the arm, you don't.
Yeah, so I'm in jail. You got to bust me out. I typically just don't make it a practice to say that word in the first place, but sometimes it just comes out.
I have to let you out of your cage now.
And just to be polite, I don't say that word.
Nobody notices this thing.
I don't like to offend David, okay?
Right.
He's offended by that. But we grew up saying that word. Like, that's just... When something was stupid, that's what you said. And it wasn't like... It wasn't pointed towards somebody, but just out of politeness, I don't say it, okay? I'm not opposed to saying it. Like, if you say it in front of me, I'm not going to call your job, you know? Like, okay.
Yeah, for sure. It's just times change.
Times change, and I'm not for censorship whatsoever, but I'm also scared, so I don't say it. Yeah. I'm afraid that somebody's gonna just get their panties in a twist.
Right, it's saying the word is not worth.
I have to evaluate my friends and who I can use certain words around. There are some people that I'm just like, okay, well, like I gotta tick this box and remove like 5 of these words out of my vocab.
Hey guy, come here. I want to eat you.
That's just how it goes.
Take cop arm. It doesn't say like rip it off. Just take it.
I can possess some cops. I can't possess the SWAT guys.
You got the guy.
I got the guy who's in the jail cell. But you gotta let me out. I can't.
I can't.
Can I pull an Epstein real quick?
Is that the new?
Well, if I was pulling an Epstein and one of those guards would have taken me out when the camera malfunctioned.
Or, I mean, it's possible he killed himself. They're like, hey, if you don't kill
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, it's like, hey, if you don't kill yourself, we're going to kill all your friends and family or whatever.
I guess that could have happened, yeah. Yeah, we don't know, but it's like one of the biggest... I want to say it's like the biggest red pilling that... or black pilling, we'll say. Not necessarily conservative. It's a black pill, like just a nihilism pill, wherever you wake up and realize, oh, yes, my government's not working for me.
Right, no, of course not.
Or the corporations. Everyone had a hand in this. It's not just like one side of the aisle. It's like a bipartisan...
Yep,
everyone's fucking us over all at once,
yeah,
and... Twitter is like...
There's no good guys.
Yeah. Twitter is modifying the algorithm to remove certain hashtags because they want to set the narrative for themselves. It's so fucked up.
Yeah, well, what are you
And that's why we're playing Stubbs The Zombie, to kind of not think about how terrible the fucking world is.
Yeah.
Everyone called it, too. Like, everyone's just like, the
Nobody's
moment he
shocked.
goes in jail, he's going to get suicided. He's going to be Clinton. He's going to be Trumped.
Yeah,
like everyone is going to just kill Epstein. His days are numbered. He's going to squeal on them all for, like, one of those sweetheart deals. He's done it once before. He sounds like Kingpin from Daredevil. He's going to get his own apartment and just... I don't know. There's also conspiracy to, like, wherever he's not actually dead and they faked his suicide and they wheeled him out. And I'm like, how hard would that be to do? Not hard at all. Just get one makeup expert, wheel him out, and then just, you know, change his identity, put him off on a, you know, his own secluded island. That's not the rape island that he used to have. A different island.
Rape island.
How hard would that be to do? I could make you disappear, David. Just give me a week and give me $50,000. I don't need billions of dollars that he has in some offshore account to make you disappear. $50,000 is basically all you need to make somebody disappear. Just get the fuck out of America and nobody knows you exist. Just get out of America first. Go to Mexico. Just cross the border. Yeah. Nobody's looking for you.
Yeah, true. You don't need any money for that. Just walk over.
Yeah, so this is absolutely corrupt. This is... I wouldn't say it's outlandish. I mean, shit's been happening in our country for a very long time as it is, but this is like the first time where everyone's coming together. This is like this is the one time we have like unilateral agreement that our government really fucked this one up across both sides, and I don't know, man. 2020 is going to be a very interesting election. I thought I was going one way, and now I'm going a completely different way. Yang gang all the way.
I have no energy left.
I can't do it. It's all so tiresome, as the meme goes. Yeah. It's also very fucking tiresome.
It really is.
And just don't touch my video games. Let me have the VR escape I need to get out of this shit life.
This detective guy just pistol at me 800 times while I was eating his
Yeah.
food.
I mean, it used to be an old meme like suicide by 2 bullets to the back of the head, you know? And now it's just like, they're getting so bold with it. They put him in a padded cell, you know, on suicide watch. Oh, the guards are on break for 3 hours when the camera malfunctions. Unbelievable.
It's just...
And there are still those people out there that are just like trying to give them all the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, come on, dude. There's not. I mean,
many people trying to
don't be contrarian this one time. You know, just please help us out here.
I don't even know.
I can't even read Twitter anymore, man. I had to unfollow everyone. Like, I'm following 7 people, and those are people that I talk to in my day-to-day life, you know? But yesterday I was kind of proud of Twitter because didn't matter who it was, everyone was just like,
we both died.
hashtag Clinton murders, hashtag Trump murders, hashtag government fucked up, suicide in quotes. I loved it. I was like reading all the shit. Any big politician, they were all getting shit on. Every celebrity was coming out like, okay, you're all lying to us.
Yeah, it's for real.
That was hilarious. It was hilarious, and like the one bit of hope that I've had. And they're like I don't know, man. I'm not a political guy because I'm just so disenfranchised from how our system works in the general, and it's been that way for a while for me. Like, you know, I've never been like one side of the aisle versus another. You know, like I'm more of like a egalitarian in a sense, but like I don't know. I don't think there's any good leaders out there for us. They're all shills.
Yeah, it's really...
They're all shills for corporations, man. But now's the time to rise up, man. This is it.
Yeah, I just don't even know.
You don't know what to trust. You don't know who to look towards. Video games are my only outlet.
Stream got depressing.
Yeah, it got depressing, but we're playing like one of the most violent games for the Xbox era to kind of wake us up.
Where are all our zombies? That's all I want to know. No, don't kill me.
He committed suicide right before Area 51 was about to be raided.
Oh, he knows.
The truth is out there, and we can't ever get to it. Speaking of Area 51, I went back and I played Destroy All Humans for the first time.
Did you play Area 51 for the original Xbox?
I have that game. I believe Korn did the soundtrack, or somebody did. Like some new metal band did the soundtrack for that game.
Really?
Yeah.
I played a demo of it back in the day. It was fun.
There's also a game called Black Site for the 360 that had like a similar premise. Do you remember that game?
No. Oh, kind of.
Yeah, it was like one of those like under the radar deals.
I shot a guy's head off.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Guys, I didn't mean to get political or bum you out. We're just kind of trying to make light of this whole shitty deal. We were both kind of talking yesterday on my Discord. Everyone was just like joking about it, but we were all just like slightly depressed. No, there's no justice.
I mean, there really isn't.
There really isn't. So we just got to stick together and just keep your homies close, man. Keep your homies and your families close. That's all you can do.
Ooh, I landed on his head.
Nowhere is safe anymore, except in your own home. Never leave your house.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't go to Walmart, where can
you? You can't go to Walmart. Become Hikikomori. You should have listened.
Yeah, you've been trying to warn us for years.
Yes. The Neats knew it.
Oh, this guy's just beating me.
Tokyo's ahead of the curve.
They know.
They know. That's all I could think about. It's like, yesterday I was like, man, me and my girlfriend were like, let's just move to Tokyo. Let's find a way. Their immigration policies are like loosening up because their population.
No one's having kids.
Yeah, no one's having kids. So like their immigration is loose. I was like, let's just move to Tokyo. And we thought about it, but just like the logistics and stuff, it's pretty tough to migrate somewhere.
It really is. Trying to find a job.
Trying to find a job, getting acclimated to a new culture, assimilating, and not like being discriminated against. Just shit that's happening here, but also there.
Yep.
I mean, like, I'm not going to say that doesn't happen in every country. There's a degree of xenophobia everywhere. Because, like, you know, you want people to assimilate to your culture. That's all everyone wants to kind of, like, you know, understand everyone, but that's just, like, impossible.
Triangle cop. Reload. No. Pistol whip. Oh, that killed me.
This is, like, a really tough, like, close quarters.
Hallway.
Yeah, and they're all armed and long range, and, like, they come around the corners. And
You
then,
have
like,
to possess someone, or you have a grenade, so you can wipe them all out.
yeah. Oh, shit!
Well, those are. Oh, you went around back.
I got him.
Oh,
I got a copper.
Good. Their attention is on you now, and now I'm wiping them out.
Yeah.
Did you get the Billy Club dude?
Yeah, I didn't get him. You
Oh.
can't possess them because they're wearing a helmet.
Oh right.
Yeah. So yeah, Stubbs is kind of sophisticated in the rules of the world.
Man, look at this hallway of just body parts.
Yeah.
Bodies. All right, we did it, folks. See, you can't stop the zombies. Just can't stop them.
If you're joining us now, welcome to the Stubbs the Zombie Black Pill stream featuring King Game Review.
Yep.
We are playing Stubbs the Zombie Rebel Without a Pulse, released in 2005. It was like my junior/senior year of high school when this came out.
It must have been senior year because it was fall 2005.
Is this a dance-off?
Oh yeah, so okay, so I have a story about the dance-off. So, it's like a Simon minigame where it does like, colors and you just have to remember it and do the minigame, just the game Simon.
Yeah.
But if you get 100%, you make 0 mistakes for the entire minigame, you get an Easter egg cutscene.
Yeah.
But it's hard to do. I did it once when I, back in the day, I didn't even know about the Easter egg. I'm just like, I want to get 100% on this. And I finally did it, and then, you get this little thing where they sing to you. I need to turn up a little bit.
You're player one.
Okay, I'm doing this part. I'm
This
going to
is
make mistakes.
this is tough.
It took me, 10 tries.
This is a game of Simon, and David has to do this. David's really good at rhythm games. I am shit unless it's Guitar Man. I'll turn up the music. This is the epic battle against one of the antagonists, the police chief. Oh, hop on the other one. Hop on the other one.
God.
Player 2. David's doing
I didn't
player
know
1.
about this.
He's doing player 1 and player 2. We've never done this on co-op. It gets ridiculously hard.
But I did perfect it once.
You have to finish it in order to progress, though.
It's not that hard to finish. You have to remember, it doesn't tell you what button to push. Done goof.
You're
already.
player 1, player
I
1.
already made a mistake. I can't get the cutscene.
This is amazing, says Frankie.
Man, I suck.
I love how he just fucking comes back into the circle and he's just it's like Street Boy style. You think Stubbs would be doing the Thriller or something, but he doesn't. They don't go for the easy joke. He does kind of like a Russian dance there. And this is just so out of place. You just massacre an entire police station. It's like dance off. Double beats. Here you go.
I always used to mess up in the last one.
Do. Oh no. Yeah, it's do.
It's a little tricky. You just forget sometimes.
I love the perfect sparks that come out too. Bonus round, player 1, player 1. Yeah, you did pretty good.
I'm not gonna get the cutscene.
This feels like it belongs in a Leisure Suit Larry game. In fact, like Magna Cum Laude, that's like the bulk of the mini games are like a game of Simon or Rhythm. Moving a sperm. I would love to stream Leisure Suit Larry, but my channel would get nixed instantly. Just because all the titties and dicks.
I mean, you couldn't stream it. You'd have to like edit that stuff.
I'd have to put it on BitChute, but Leisure Suit Larry Magna Cum Laude, like everywhere you look, there's dicks, tits, and just off-color jokes and stuff.
I mean, it's not streaming, so they have to.
That yeah, there's black bars like built into some of the stuff, but you can remove them.
Okay.
Yeah, you can remove them. I really like Magna Cum Laude though.
But this is why the game was taken off. Too much copyright music. They lost the rights.
Yeah, that's a shame because the soundtrack is a humongous part of the game, but like it's only in certain spots. It's like here in the intro, and that's about it. Like the rest is original music, and I don't see why they couldn't substitute
So
it.
if you get 100% on that whole thing, you get a special cutscene.
Yeah.
And it's the barbershop quartet guys. You won like a new car, and it's like this red like old classic car, and they're like
Cadillac.
Singing, yeah, and they're singing about how you won it and stuff. It's
Can you do anything with the car?
No, it's just this little cutscene.
Yeah, he attaches the kidney to him. I think you're gonna go to the farm, or is this the mall?
I want the patent cutscene. We have to get at least that far.
Yeah.
Were you saying in front of the flag?
Yeah. I think this is the shopping mall.
Maybe.
Or close to it.
City streets level. There's like a bigger city, like a downtown.
Yeah, there's a street, there's the mall, then from the mall you go to the farm. From the farm you go to the water filtration plant, I
I
think.
don't know. Once you get toward, there's like a bridge or something.
Yeah, after the water filtration plant, you go to the governor's office.
I
Yeah,
don't
there's
know.
like
Towards the end, there's like crazy jetpack dudes shooting with laser guns, and it gets.
yeah, it gets a little destroy all humans, honestly. I recently bought that on the PS4, the original, so I could when the new one comes out, I'll be able to compare them.
I've only played the first one. I know there's a bunch of them, but
Oh, so in the advertisement of this game, there's like a really good rendered version of this scene, like where it's a cinematic, and that's what sold me on the game. Like they're at a drive-in, there's a couple making out, and Stubbs just appears in the back seat and just eats them both. Yeah, I'd love a fucking Stubbs game with those graphics.
I mean, someone could just make another game like this. It doesn't have to be Stubbs necessarily.
The concept has a lot of legs.
Oh, I almost forgot. So I made a movie in the movies.
I will show that. When I make a video, I wanted to use clips from that. Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Do you want me to keep it secret?
Yeah, we'll keep it a secret. David made a...
It's on my channel if you want to search for it.
Yeah, there's a Stubbs-esque movie that David made back when the movies came out, which was a game where you could use assets to make your own like little short films and upload them to YouTube. And David made a few movies with the movies.
It was pre-YouTube. It was 2004 when that game came out.
Right.
So I like when they're like, oh, we're turning the service off. I downloaded all my old movies.
Yeah.
And I put them on YouTube. But I mean, they're low quality. I don't have the original rendering.
Yeah, they're like probably like QuickTime movies or something.
Yeah, I don't have the original but all of the things I made are on YouTube.
Oh shit.
They've got tricky all of a sudden.
Yeah, everyone's armed.
Yeah, like in there'd be like two of us.
Max says, "Oh my God, somebody remembers the movies." Yeah, David was like,
Dude, I love
he
that.
had some top upvoted movies up on the website. Like,
I mean, they weren't super good, but they were weird. I think. So
Yeah.
people thought they were funny.
yeah, David was like one of the top creators back in the day.
Like, go back on my early YouTube channel, like, if you want to at some point. All my like older videos are just from the movies. I have like 6 on YouTube.
That's all wrong.
Yeah. Zombies are people too.
Yeah, zombies are people too.
Two Worlds 2 review.
Oh yeah, yeah, Two Worlds.
Yeah, here.
Chronicles of Mr. Guyface.
The Chronicles of Mr. Guyface.
Yeah, that one I did in college.
Yeah.
So that was like 2006 or 2007 when I made that.
Oh my God, we got a super chat.
Oh, nice.
Nuker145. Here's $10 for Hikiko and your friend tag. Get some tasty McDonald's. Also, have to stream Persona or I'll die in a year. Help. Are you going to stream Persona or do you want us to stream Persona? And which one? Revelations, Persona 3, P3P, 4, 5 Royal, Persona Q, you name it, you let us know.
I have the first one on the PS3.
Yes. I thank you so much, Snooker, for the super chat. I would like to stream Persona. Oh, you can roll his head? That's like the most powerful weapon in the game. But it's hard to control. Got his arm. The arms are good against the right, guys. Thank you again, Nuker. Yes, we'll get some McDonald's on that for sure. I get McDonald's almost every other day, just because I love their unsweetened tea and. Yeah, the tea is so good, and their burritos. I get their sausage burritos like every morning. Yeah, there's so many NPCs here. Whatever Persona game you want us to stream, we'll definitely do it because David's never played one, and the new Persona 5 is coming out soonish, so I'll definitely be down for streaming that if Atlas will allow us to, because Atlas is a stickler about spoilers and they like to take down streams and content. That's kind of the reason why for my Persona 5 review was the way it was. I think it's like white or black. Your head's not filled yet. It's your choice, your stream, says Nuker. Okay, probably when the new Persona comes out, I will stream some of it. I love Persona 5. Kirk Platinum the game. Kirk's a huge Persona fan. My girlfriend, she's the one who got me into the series. Her favorite's P3P on the PlayStation Portable. So she played a buttload of it.
See, it's like parts like this that I kind of lose with zombie guys too.
Yeah.
Like, there's too many guys who can just arrest somebody and then...
I got a cop. Oh, you killed him. Let me get this one. The thing is, like, when you shoot other cops, you can't possess them.
Right.
But you can weaken them and stuff, so.
You can at least kill someone. Oh,
Yeah.
we have a zombie in here. We have a zombie, so he's just kind of... Oh, we have a couple.
Oh, we're both cops.
Yeah, alright. Well, actually, it's all zombies up here now.
The thing is, whenever you possess a civilian, you cannot recover health, so once they die, they die.
Yeah.
But they can they have unlimited ammo, so if you
Oh, I put my gun away.
if you get like a rocket launcher,
Put my
dude.
gun away now, the gun will know who I am.
Oh yeah.
It's like aggro mode.
There's also like rocket launchers and snipers later on, so like you can have unlimited rockets.
Yeah, it's cool. It's interesting.
I killed his little helper.
Senpai Saga Episode 3, says Max. Senpai is remember that Persona video I made with Kirk? Like the contest videos?
Yes.
That's the Senpai Saga.
What is this? What's this guy gonna do?
Maybe, Max. We'll just see how things turn out.
What's this guy's plan?
I have another video coming out sometime this week. I've been really busy. I've been really busy at work, like working crazy overtime hours. Like if you guys, I don't want to tell you exactly my work schedule, but if you guys saw the amount of hours I've been working, it just kind of gets crazier during the summertime, and then it eases up, and it's starting to ease up after this week, and then I'll have a lot more free time to edit. That's just an unfortunate consequence of my job, but the money is nice. so I can use that money to not only pay my bills, but pay for the upcoming games coming out during the fall. And there's a ton of games, like a ridiculous amount. Death Stranding is one, of course.
Yeah, we buy all our games except for one.
Yeah.
The Monster 21 Man 21.
Yeah.
Killer.
So, yeah, we buy our own games on this channel. So that's just kind of how it goes. And, of course, thank you for being patient. And I know people get mad like, oh, why aren't you cranking out reviews all the time? I'm sorry.
Yeah, 8 months without
Yeah,
a video.
David put in 8 months. My latest one was like 3 weeks ago, and that was my like feature-length Game Boy, Cult Game Boy games one. But I'll have more content coming out very, very soon. I've beaten a couple of games that I've been intending to review for a while. I got like a very rare Wii game that's coming out, and then I've got a Dead franchises. And then I decided to wait a little bit on Travis Strikes Again until the PS4 version comes out so I could compare them. But the script is done pretty much for TSA, and I've got all the footage I need because I almost made the video one time. So all the footage is captured except for the PS4 version. But once that comes out, I'll put that in high gear. That'll be top priority. But yeah, I've got a video coming out this week. And something near the end of the month. And then I've got a few things, like I'm trying to prepare Halloween. It's kind of hard to because it's been a tradition that I've reviewed a Dreamcast game for Halloween.
Oh, yeah, I need to figure out. I always do a Halloween thing with my sister.
Yeah.
And I need to figure out where we're going to play this year. No, I already know. I bought some games the other day. For
Oh my God, Frankie, I do have a recent boomer encounter. I have like one of the craziest boomer encounters. The worst thing happened. Okay, guys, buckle up, listen up, put on your listening ears. I have like one of the craziest boomer encounters in a long time. This like made my girlfriend's jaw drop because she could not believe the way I reacted. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I told the story in my private chat, but now that I got an audience, I got to tell you the story. Hold on, let me turn down the game audio just a little bit. This is an important story.
I forgot about it.
It's wild. Okay, this happened about last week. I had a really rough week at work. As I said, I've been working crazy overtime. This week I've got some more overtime, and then like near the end, this game's getting really loud. Hold on.
I mean, it's just like it's so hectic right now.
Yeah.
This is what.
This is why we play on insanity mode.
Yep.
Okay, so I had a hectic work week. I had just worked something like 60 some odd hours. I don't even remember. Like 12-hour days or more. So I was getting like insanity. I wasn't seeing like my girlfriend. I just didn't have enough free time for myself. And as I said, the money's nice, so I'm not complaining. But it just like, you know, you kind of get stressed working so much. So like the one thing I was looking forward to all week was going to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Tarantino's latest film. And I hadn't seen a Tarantino movie in the theater since it was like Grindhouse.
Oh yeah, I saw Grindhouse.
Yeah, that was the last Tarantino movie I saw in the theater. I didn't see Hateful Eight. So it had been a while. So my girlfriend and I, we went to a theater that was different than the one we go to. So, like, it was more of a mainstream public theater, like, where people bring their families, and it's like, they don't have a strict policy to throw guests out.
Oh my god, there's too many people in there.
They don't have a strict talking policy or a policy to throw people out when they get loud and stuff. And, like, that's still one of the, like, worst parts about going to see a movie theater is, like, you just never know the kind of audience you're going to get. Or like what the culture of the theater is going to be like. So like if you have noisy guests that are there with you watching a movie, like what's the manager's going to do for you? And here's one thing you got to know about being an American and going to the theaters. Like there's no nice way to tell somebody to be quiet. Like no matter what you say, people will get angry and people will get violent.
Audrey
That's
kicks the back of people's chairs.
Audrey kicks shit. She knows you'll fight for her. That's why. That's the thing to do. Like the girlfriend always starts the fight, and you have to step up and resolve the conflict,
Well,
right?
After your story, I do have a smaller story.
So-
Not nearly as exciting. But
So, like, obviously, like, I know, like, if I start any conflict, the dude's gonna get violent. That's just how it goes in America, in public theaters that don't have an established throw out the noisy fucks policy, okay? So usually we go to a theater that has those policies,
Yes.
but at the time we wanted to go, because, like, as I said, I was working pretty late, the only place that had a late showing of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was this theater that was more mainstream, cheaper tickets, like more public kind of area. So we, begrudgingly go to this place, and thankfully, like, we get there, and there's only one other couple. It's my girlfriend and me and one other couple, and it's like this old-ass dude who's a boomer. He looks like Andrew Dice Clay with white hair, wearing a wife beater. Looks just like a complete greaseball, of course. And he's there with his girlfriend who's like 20 years younger than him. Fakest tits I've ever seen, just spilling out of her dress. And they're sitting in the back row. I'm like, okay, this is going to be all right. It's just one other couple. How bad can it be? And it's a small theater that sat about, I want to say 30 people or so, right? Where are you at?
Just go back safe. You don't.
Okay, go to a safe
Yeah,
spot.
you're going towards the
Okay.
danger. From that door.
So it's my girlfriend and me and this other couple. And from the get-go, here's a red flag. If the people are already talking during the previews, that's a litmus test that they're going to talk throughout the rest of the movie. I don't know what it is, but every time I've ever been to a movie where there's some annoying-ass talkers, they talk during the previews. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, it's the previews, who cares? It's a test, okay? It's a shit test. They're testing the waters to see how much they can talk and if anyone's going to confront them. And if you don't say anything during the previews, you're not going to say anything during the movies. And that's true. I don't like to confront people because I didn't go there to start a fight with anyone. I just went there to go see a movie. And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is kind of like a rare thing. Quentin Tarantino doesn't make a lot of movies. I think it's like his 9th movie. And he said he's going to quit after his 10th. So it's a treat when Tarantino releases a movie. And, like, his movies are dialogue driven, so you want to hear what's going on. You want to get invested in the story and the characters and all that. Anyway, so throughout the fucking movie, I hear this boomer like, hey, that's Charles Manson. I was around during the Sharon Tate murders. Do you remember? You were probably too young to his, like, girlfriend that's, like, 30 years younger than him. Hey, you know this song? Oh, they played this song during prom. I took my girlfriend at the time to this. And he was just fucking eating loudly and just telling all the good old days. And I had to hear everything clearly because they were 3 rows behind us. And my girlfriend has a shorter temper than me. So she immediately starts, the shh, right? Shh is kind of a neutral response to this. It's probably the least offensive thing you can do. So I'm sitting there like stewing in my rage, but my girlfriend goes, shh, right? And they kind of be quiet. But then they start escalating it. From there, they get louder. They take a fucking phone call during the climax of the movie. And there's something very crazy that happens during this movie. And they take a fucking phone call. That they never silence their phone. Like full blast ringtone. Don't pick it up immediately. There's 3 cycles of the ringtone. And then they answer it and carry out a full conversation. And I'm going crazy. I want to stand up and yell at them right then and there. But it's like during the climax, I'm trying to pay attention. I know this isn't going to end well because I'm going to yell at them. And here's the deal. Some of you might be thinking, Miles, why didn't you get the manager at this point? It's at the end of the movie. I invested all this time, and here's what's going to happen. The manager's going to come out. They're not going to do anything. It's going to be super obvious who told them that we're the only other couple there. And just, I'm like, I don't want to start any fights. I'm really tired from work. I just want to go home and enjoy. I want to enjoy what I can, salvage what's left of this experience, and then go home. I don't want to start any shit, but it was too late at that point. So here's what happens. We pick up our shit. The credits roll. We get our shit. We're stewing. We're mad. And I go and talk to the manager. I was like, listen, I don't want to start any trouble, but there was this really bad couple that like was talking throughout the movie. They took phone calls. They were really rude. We tried to shush them. You know, we didn't want to start any fights, but we just had a really bad time. Every time we come to this theater, there's always a noisy couple and stuff like that. And the manager, by the way, the manager was 17 years old. He looked like Chibi, the streamer Chibi, the I would prefer it if you'd really be quiet Chibi from AGDQ. That guy looked dead on like him. He was way younger than me, almost half my age. And like he's like, oh, I'm sorry. You said that they were talking throughout the movie? Well, you should have came earlier. I can't refund you. I can't do anything for you because you watched the movie. I was like, I really didn't watch the movie, sir. You're not hearing me. I was very upset and I didn't know. Like, we shushed them. We tried to be polite. They wouldn't be quiet. Like, I don't think I'm going to be coming back to your establishment because we had a really bad experience. He's like, well, you should have came back. You should have came earlier. So there was no refund. No, I'm sorry. It was, you should have came earlier. Okay, of course. It's my fault. It's my fault that I ran the wrong numbers during the shitty person lottery. I won that, I guess. And so I'm like, okay, obviously this dude's not going to help us out. I just shouldn't come back to this place. It was my fault for not going to the adult establishments that actually have managers that care. So, here's the best part of the story. Thanks for holding on this time. Because it's going to get good. And I'm going to use the R word. I'm going to use it. Okay? In the context of my anger, I'm going to use the R word. So if you're triggered by the R word, get ready. Here it is. So we get out to the parking lot, and I'm already, like, me and my girlfriend were mad, and we're just discussing, like, what are we supposed to do? It's like a Larry David situation. It's a Seinfeld situation. Like, there's no way to win. Like, either way, you're either going to get in a fist fight with this dude, or you're going to scream and there's no way to win. The manager's not going to do shit. I start up my car. My headlights are on, and guess who shows up in my spotlight? Mr. Boomer. Mr. Boomer and his fucking girlfriend are in the fucking taillights right there, or in the spotlights, in front of my car. And something snaps in me, and I blare on the horn. I just go, honk, honk. And then Lauren's like, what are you doing? My girlfriend's like, what are you doing?
That's awesome.
And I'm like, it's time. I pull my car to the side. I roll down my windows, and I look dead at the Boomer, and I was like, hey, bud, way to talk through hold on. I said, hey, bud, way to talk through the entire fucking movie. I didn't pay good money to hear your retard commentary throughout the entire fucking film. I hope you get in a car wreck and die, is what I said to that man. And he immediately was befuddled, didn't know what to say, started charging towards my car in his flip-flops. I peel out, and he's like, come get, he's like, what'd you say to me? F word. What'd you say to me? Hard F word. I was like, come get some! And I peel out in the parking lot, and I fucking left him in the dust. And that was, I felt good, because there's nothing else you can do in that situation. There's no other revenge outside of getting in a fist fight with an old man. And you don't win in that situation. But yelling at him in a parking lot and telling him exactly in front of his girlfriend, because he has to drive away. He thought he was so cocksure. He thought he got away with it. He thought his dialogue through the movie was important. But I fucking let him know. Because nobody else in his entire fucking life has let him know. And yes, I chickened out. I drove away but I got to say what I wanted to say, and there's nothing he could do.
If you were a true American, you would have shot at him.
And if I was a true American, the gun would have come out. But no, I did it. I did it, and I don't regret it. I take nothing back. I said it. I never used that word, but I used it, and it felt good. That's what you do. Because you have no other recourse. What are you supposed to do? Am I supposed to follow him home?
Yes.
Was I supposed to confront him in the theater? No. You're supposed to confront them from the safety of your own vehicle in front of his girlfriend and embarrass him like he embarrassed you. That's it. That's the only logical way to get a catharsis going. I don't know. I just wasn't thinking straight, so I said it. I said it, and I don't regret it. Said it, and I don't regret it.
There you go.
I'm gonna use it, says Shadowhot. I used it. I used it. Anyway, it felt good. And I was like screaming on the way home, just laughing. It was like one of the greatest laughs I've ever had in my life. Because you have to interact with public, and it could be a terrible situation where people will get violent and you get put in a bad situation, or just they're annoying, or they get in your way. Like, this is why I stream all my movies now. And I don't want to go out to the movies theaters anymore, because you just never know who you're going to get. I've seen fights go down in my theaters on more than one occasion. I want to say over 10 occasions.
Really?
Yeah, over 10 occasions in my lifetime. I've seen people talk and yell at each other. I've seen parents get into fist fights at the Goonies. When I went to go see the Goonies, two parents got in a fist fight in front of their children. I got it on my Facebook, by the way. I got to show you that video. I got that video. I've had somebody call me the R word when I went to go see Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Tim Burton. You can ask Mark about that. Wow. They called me the R word. So it's just a vicious cycle.
I think it follows you, because
it's just a vicious cycle.
The only thing that ever weird happened to me at a movie is when we saw A Scanner Darkly and the door blew open.
Oh yeah, the tornado during Scanner Darkly.
Yeah. I think stuff just follows you at movies. Oh man, we're all the way back here.
I've never had a good experience at that particular theater. Now, when I go to the Alamo Drafthouse, where it's like they have people in the theater that actively kick people out for talking, yeah, I'll pay like $5 more, but it's worth it. And you need babysitters at American theaters.
For sure.
People don't pick up after themselves. I've also worked at the theater.
I worked at a theater for 3 years in high school.
We've both worked at theaters. We've been on the receiving end, too.
So the worst are kids' movies. There's just like 18 tons of popcorn on the floor.
As Frankie says, the food prices are a ripoff. Hog says the food prices are a ripoff. They are. You have to sneak in. I snuck hot dogs in my pockets before. I went to the gas station, loaded my cargo shorts with hot dogs. Okay, it's like you're dealing drugs and food. I've snuck in a whole pizza before. I've snuck in Chinese food. My girlfriend was really mad at me because I went to go see Iron Man 3. I snuck in a whole 3-course Chinese meal, and I ate it in the dark. I ate it in the dark, and I don't regret it because...
No, I don't regret, or I wouldn't feel bad about bringing food in.
I don't feel bad at all because the prices are jacked up. Like, it's like $20 to get a large popcorn and a soda.
I mean, that's... In their defense, that's the only way they make
That's
their money.
the only way they make
Because
their money,
their
but
ticket
it's...
prices are only there to pay for, like, the rights to use the film, because that's, like, thousands of dollars to get... Well, before, I don't know how it is now, but, like, they actually still used film when I worked there.
Yeah.
So, like, to buy the film to show, it was like $10,000 or something.
I had to fucking... I actually had to set up those projectors, the platters with a giant reel of film, and you had to, like, loop them up, all those different motors. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually used to work as a projectionist at one point in time, but...
I did help change a projector light bulb once.
Yeah.
Had, like, these full blast mask things, because those things can shatter like crazy.
Oh, and they have, like, all those, the micro particles in them that can cause cancer. Yeah. like phosphorus tubes. Yeah, like as a projectionist, I also had to sell concessions. Because they were the main thing. I also had to clean the theaters in between rounds too.
Cleaning theaters was my favorite part, just because I didn't have to deal with people.
Yeah, you didn't have to. I would clean theaters, dude. Here's the thing. I always think about like if I lost my job that I have now, I'd love to be an overnight custodian, just like fucking listening to podcasts and just cleaning shit. I could do that for the rest of my life and be cool with it.
Me too.
I could.
If it would pay the bills, I could do that.
Dude, we could start our own custodian business right now. Fucking do it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I do not mind that at all. It's relaxing.
Nuker says, "What's your food smuggling tips?" I usually have my mom smuggle it in her purse, but I'm a dude. What do?
Yeah, I don't know if you're a dude.
You dude, you can
you
I can either get a girlfriend or you can get a man purse,
Yeah.
like one of those messenger bags.
Fanny pack.
I've done it one time, like when I brought the pizza, I just brought it in with me and no one stopped me. It depends on your theater, but I just walked it in. I made eye contact with the high school kid. He was like, I don't care enough to stop you.
Yeah, for sure.
And I just brought it into the theater and I shared it with my friends. But I did clean up after myself. I mean, that was the very least I could do.
Yeah.
But there's also another mindset, like there's the boomer mentality that's like, well, I'm giving them job security by making this mess. I'm just going to dump my fucking popcorn where it lays.
Yeah.
I'm going to dump my soda in the seats. I don't care. This is job security. You can't complain. You're lucky to have this job. Fucking boomers, man.
That is true.
Dude, the Chinese food was probably my boldest thing, though. It's weird to eat Chinese food in the dark, in like lo mein and stuff. It's just, I like to see what I'm eating, okay? You never know. You're taking a gamble when you're eating Chinese food in the first place around here.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to find a good place. The place that you like is really good, though.
Yes.
I like it.
I've been eating more Vietnamese food lately. I just love fucking grilled pork, and they're like their lettuce wraps. They also have like these good grilled pork rolls. I eat those every Friday.
The only time I ever get Chinese food anymore is at work, because it makes Audrey sick.
Yeah.
I don't get it very much.
Man, dude, working at a theater was such a bizarre job.
Yeah, I liked it though. It was fine. I mean,
I saw a lot of movies for sure. Like, I mean, there was perks. You got paid shit, but
I got minimum wage, $5.15.
yeah, you got the minimum wage. You're a wagey there, but you got to like do stuff like play video games on the big screen.
Yeah.
Like we've played Halo on more than one occasions on the big
I
screen.
used to do that all the time. We'd set up Halo and do 4-player on the big projector, like the 2-story.
Yeah.
one.
Like all the latest equipment was tested by your friends. Those were the good old days.
This is a tricky one.
Nuker says, or Johnny says, I snuck food in a backpack. Yeah, you could do that too.
Oh, I don't know. Walking around with a backpack these days is a risk.
Yeah, you probably not in 2019. Not well advised to carry a backpack with you. Or what happened? Okay, so in Springfield, Missouri, which is like 100 miles.
Yeah.
It was like 100 miles south of here. 120.
Yeah,
About 120 miles south from here. In Springfield, Missouri, some dumbass went into Walmart with full tactical gear. We're talking with an AR-15, bulletproof vest, and he was like live streaming himself. Like, what the fuck? He knew what he was doing. Like, I mean, like, aren't you aware of what fucking happened in New Zealand? I don't know, but like, that's why all of our Walmarts have armed guards in Missouri. It's because of that douchebag. And all the Facebook groups, like all the boomer moms and stuff like that, were like, I heard this on Reddit. No, nobody go to Walmart. You will die.
It's true. They took all their violent displays down.
It's so stupid, man. Now what's Mundane Matt gonna read when he goes to Walmart? You've killed Mundane Matt's alternate channel.
This level's tricky, I gotta say.
Oh, and also another Tales from GameStop. They laid off like, what was it, over 20 regional managers, and then a handful of managers. they're already starting to like cut employees
Great.
big time. I called it multiple times, but I mean, like, it's really not a hard bet. Like, if you've stepped into a GameStop in the last few years, you knew it's on death's door.
Yeah, I don't know why I was there. There was some game that I wanted, and it was there on sale used for cheap-ish. I don't know why did I didn't order it online? I don't know. But I took Xavier, and he got some, like, Pokemon toys.
Yeah, that's like you go there for toys nowadays because there's no Toys R Us anymore. I have a friend at work who he goes there and he gets Funko Pops and those NECA figures.
Yeah.
Right now they have a cool Ninja Turtles one that looks like the 90s movies, and you can get all 4 of them for like $90 or something. So that's cool if you like that sort of thing, but
Yeah.
I don't really collect figures.
No, I think Funko figures are like the worst looking.
Funkos are
of all.
ugly as fuck, and
Yeah,
I would
they all look identical.
never buy one.
Yeah.
I would. They're all gonna fill a landfill. Like they're gonna go in the same landfill as Beanie Babies.
E.T.
Yeah, like they're gonna be a reason why, like Michigan, they're gonna find out they're contaminating the water in 2030.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah,
Not a fan.
but that's probably what's keeping GameStop afloat are Funko Pops and T-shirts and nerd culture shit. Shadowhawk gets Magic the Gathering cards. Yeah, that makes sense. If you don't have a game shop, I'd recommend supporting your local card store.
That place just down the street from you.
Yeah, there's a couple of card stores in town and comic shops, and I fucking love them. Like I don't read a whole lot of comics, but every time I wander into one, I always buy something just because like I want to see those stick around. They probably won't, but I mean, you know, I try and support local when I can.
I need to sell some of my Magic the Gathering cards. I found out the other day that one card I have is worth like $200.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it one of those ones I gave you?
What? No.
Oh. I gave you all my Magic cards. Yeah, you traded me Fatal Frame 3 for it.
Oh, where did I put them?
That
must be one of my boxes.
Yeah.
I have.
Hey David, you should show off what I got you today whenever we get to a better spot. Not this spot.
That was a good spot.
We got to kill all the guys.
No, we're fine.
I've been meaning to give David this gift for
How
like
long?
2 years. I bought this shirt 2 years ago and I was like, David's going to love it, and now it's like out of date. Okay, hold on. Let me show
You got
while
it
it's loading, yeah.
Where'd you find it?
I found this at a thrift store that had like this brand new shirt,
There.
Borderlands 2.
Awesome.
And that's my favorite Borderlands
Oh,
game
yeah, it's
too.
great.
Yeah. I never played any of the spin-offs.
I played all. Well, there's only one spin-off.
Yeah.
It's good.
The
it's fine.
pre-sequel
Yeah, it's good.
and the Telltale one.
Oh, the Telltale one's my favorite Telltale game. TBH, as they say.
Mine's The Wolf Among Us.
Yeah, mine was The Wolf Among Us until I played Borderlands 1, and that one I thought was a great.
Yeah. So David has a shirt to wear when he goes over to GameStop and waits in line.
Every
For
time,
the last time.
I go there maybe once every other year, and every time they're like, "Do you want to pre-order this and this and this and this and this and this?" I'm like, "No,
Yeah.
I don't. Not from you anyway."
Yeah, I've kind of I told this story before, but they always ask me if I want to renew my card, and I was like, they're like, the last time you renewed it was
2004.
in April of 2010. They're like, is today gonna be the day? And I'm like, no, it's not. So I can get use out of it for the 4 months that you're still around.
Right.
It's really sad, but I've been going
Sad.
like, yeah, they've done it to other mom and pop gaming shops, kind of like Blockbuster did
Yeah.
to other mom and pop video rental stores, and just in general, brick and mortar stores are going by the
Oh my
wayside.
God. Oh my god. There's too many guys. Too many.
There's one of those Amazon outlet stores coming to our town.
Those I went to one in Denver. Not that great.
Not that great,
No, it's just a bunch of random stuff. Like, why wouldn't I just buy this on Amazon?
I guess. But I mean, like if you wanted fresh produce or something,
Oh, they didn't have anything like that.
They
It
didn't?
was just like random electronics.
I guess it's quicker if you don't have the time. If you
guess
need
so.
something like Radio Shack, you just go in there because I need this part to repair something.
It was like go to the front page of Amazon, all the trending items, and that's what it was there.
Oh,
Like,
really?
you can get this Elmo toy, and you can get this MP3 player. And it was just just stuff, like nothing unique or cool.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
If you got the arm, try and take one of those sniper guys, because they're very good.
Revive me.
Yeah.
Revive me. Don't do it. You have so much to live for.
This has been a pretty good stream so far.
Oh man, a lot of stories.
It's yeah, a lot of stories, but I always like hanging out with David. And really, the only time it's like Kirk. The only time I hang out with him, we're making a video. Same thing with David. We're just making a video. But really, this is what we would be doing anyway when we hang out. We play games, so why not let you guys hang with us too?
Oh, right. I was out here. All right. I need to plan my attack better.
Yeah, it's tough because the militia's out there. But you can throw your arm and then.
Yeah, I need to try to get some guy.
But it can it's like.
You can climb up walls and stuff.
It's like a thing from the Addams Family. But if they see you, it's like one hit and your arm's dead. So you kind of got to employ this. And then you got to like get your guy behind cover because they immediately shoot him. Like they decapitated my sniper dude instantly. And he's got like a musket, so it's like a muzzle reload.
Yep.
Oh shit. There's like a phalanx over there. Okay.
Oh no, they blasted.
Heal
my
up,
hand.
heal up,
After
heal
all
up.
that, they blasted my hand.
Yeah. This is one of the toughest parts.
I've got a couple grenades.
Frankie says, "Did you watch the Killstream Boulderversary?" I did, and I laughed my ass off. It was very funny.
At least every time you eat somebody, you get a new hand. It's like the fastest recharging power.
That mundane Matt stuff is the funniest shit I've seen in some time in terms of e-celebrity stuff. David doesn't follow e-celebrity stuff.
don't.
I do. I just, it's like tabloids. I can't get enough of it. Like my mom grew up reading the National Enquirer. So like she was a tabloid person and I got it from her big time. I love celebrity gossip. I love internet celebrity gossip. I can't get enough of it. And I feel like one day if my channel ever takes off, it's going to happen to me. all my skeletons are going to come tumbling out.
So many skeletons.
Flipping the bird.
Oh my god, there's too many guys out here.
I'm going to try and grenade them. Oh, they back up, though. Flank them from the back.
I'm going to try to go around the building, see if I can...
Yeah. There's really no easy way to do this.
There's one thing, I wish you could change the film grain to the cutscene version, where it's a little bit more colorful.
Yeah. Silent Hill has those options.
Yeah, I wish this game had a couple options like that.
I'm turning up the volume. It's been down for a bit.
For
Yeah.
so long.
Yeah, it was down for a little bit because of I think the story time.
Are
Yeah.
like turned off, so that we have no volume at all.
Yeah. That's okay. Sometimes it's valuable in this game, but other times you really don't need it. I got a fart. I need to charge up so I can... But
turn people into zombies?
I think so? Oh, you can whistle the zombies. I'm going to get them over here. Oh, shit!
Do we have any?
Okay. I got a militiaman's brain. But I had an AoE fart. I got one hand on me, so I can try and possess somebody, but it's just not going to work out that well.
Okay. Yeah, this is hard.
This is one of the hardest levels for sure. We have to kill all the dudes in the front, and then we go.
We have to kill them all.
Yeah.
It's like up top, and we need to possess, but I need to eat somebody to possess somebody.
We need to like go into the mall, is what I remember, because there's the chainsaw.
This is too much.
Yeah, the chainsaw redneck guys in there. Just take them out one at a time. That's really all you can do.
At least you get a grenade in the hand every time you eat somebody. So just need to...
Oh shit!
You have so much to live for. Dude, this guy. I need to like lure him to me.
I think you can do it with a whistle. Like the NPCs will react to your whistle whenever you call your zombies. Woo!
This is so stressful.
It really is.
I'm the zombie man. I should be able to stress that out.
But we are playing on the hardest difficulty, so it's expected.
There's like these snipers up top.
Yeah. You can only get to them. So like whenever
Throw
we.
your hand up top if you have a chance, like up there.
Oh yeah, it can climb walls. So.
Yeah.
Right up there.
Yeah, because there's like Those are the guys that keep on shooting me.
Oh, damn. They're like Chris Kyle accuracy here.
Yeah, you get one of those guys.
Yeah, got him.
Good. Kill
Okay,
that
okay.
guy up there.
I'm trying. Oh, that
Just with your one
but
shot.
that's okay. I killed one of them,
Yeah,
so.
it's at least half the fire that it's taking. Oh my god, that's...
Yeah, so they keep changing positions. So I'm using these pillars as cover until my regen happens.
They're not coming over to me. I couldn't get on the other side somehow.
Nuker says, DSP got a cat. What sort of shenanigans will he get up to with it? The first thing he's going to do is, man, my cat has all these crazy expensive vet bills, and I don't know if I'll be able to keep doing what I'm doing unless somebody takes care of my cat. He needs to eat, and my cat needs food. Yeah, that's exactly
What
what's...
are you talking about?
Darkside Phil, you're probably better off not knowing who he is, but he's the funniest guy on YouTube. Like, he's kind of like a Mike Judge character. Like, he's probably the worst of, he's like what you call an e-beggar, like somebody that has a career being a YouTuber, but uses every opportunity imaginable to beg for money.
Popular?
He's popular for all the wrong reasons. Okay. He used to be popular like during the 360 era as just a YouTuber, but just like people started seeing behind the veil, and he got up to all sorts of shenanigans. There's like a whole deep lore about him, but you can just type in DSP, this is how you don't play. And he's like he's like a kind of a bad YouTube, bad gamer in general, but it's hard to explain the lore in just one.
Yeah, sure. But
it's been going on for years, but he's really funny. Like the highlight reels or the low light reels people make of him are just funny. All right, I'm gonna just book it back here so you can come back.
Oh, I spawned with.
And you
stuff.
spawn with all that shit. Maybe dying is advantageous.
Yeah, you just have to stay back here and be a spawn point.
Yeah.
Okay, they're coming for it. I'm gonna launch one of my hands at them.
But
Okay, I got one.
welcome we're at the 2-hour mark of Stubbs.
2-hour Marcus.
We're playing Stubbs The Zombie, Rebel Without a Pulse. I'm Hikiko. This is King David over here.
Oh, we did it.
We're both
Oh my
YouTubers.
god. Oh my god.
Subscribe, please.
Yeah, subscribe.
Please. I need the shekels.
Yeah, well, you can subscribe to me if you want.
Yeah, you don't have to give me shekels. You can just subscribe. It's free.
I have, if you're interested in seeing some old Hikiko videos, I made a playlist on my channel of all, like the 200 episodes he did with me from before.
Yeah, I've got one as well. There's a section on my playlist called like appearances on other channels.
Oh, yeah.
So every collaboration I've had, I need to update that because I recently have a collaboration with Thor High Heels. I gotta add. Hopefully not the last. I'd like to do another one. We'll get them on my channel next time.
God, there's so many guys.
There's some other collabs in the works. There's always a collab in the works. It's just collaborations are hard to plan because, like, that's two people's schedules trying to come together. And as adults, that's very difficult to do.
Yep, it really is. Especially once you add kids to the mix.
Oh yeah, I won't.
No, but
I've got pets. Those are kind of like kids. They're just as hard. Just as hard as raising a kid.
Yeah.
Just as many responsibilities, just as much money goes into them. All of that. All the time dedicated to my pets. I'm just teasing.
Run away. We're so close. Don't go that way. Run.
Don't go that way?
Save me.
Oh, okay. I
That's
gotta
right.
retreat
Yeah.
so you can get all your stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
They shotgunned me. We've come too far.
This is a strategic retreat right
Yes,
here.
This is Halo retreat.
There you go.
There you go.
And he comes back with all this great shit.
Yep.
But they've got all the snipers out right now.
They really do.
This is what David's talking about. Like, the game goes from, like, a fun sandboxy thing to just a brutal phalanx.
The last couple levels are nuts. With all the jetpack dudes flying around, it's too much.
This is true survival
I mean,
horror.
I beat it on Insane before a few times, but it's, like, the last couple levels are not that fun.
Yeah.
The whole, even in easy mode, like, it just kind of falls apart at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the shotgun guy.
Maybe it's a metaphor for Stubbs himself.
Maybe.
Come on. There we go. I got one of them.
Yeah, I shot the guy.
Oh, yeah, you're that militia guy down there, right?
He's dead now.
Okay.
Kill that guy.
Oh, wait, when you, But your arm's still on him.
No, that's his coonskin cap.
Oh, okay. I thought that was your arm. Okay.
He wouldn't die, but I did. Alright. Alright. We're almost done. War of Attrition. This is what happens when you have smart zombies.
The game kind of reminds me of Freedom Fighter, says Frankie. Yeah. That's a game I haven't played in a minute.
I've never played that game. I remember what you're talking about, but I've never played it. Maybe I played a demo of it.
He's got a helmet on. Okay, so I'm going to take a sniper's position.
I took a sniper.
Yeah, like I'm going to retreat
Killed
all the
other
way
sniper.
back.
Okay, I got the sniper. I'm going to try to snipe this guy. Is there a zoom
How
in?
do you zoom in?
Oh, right stick.
Right stick. It barely zooms in. This is the worst sniper.
Well, it
Look at
It
this.
doesn't have a scope.
It just goes straight to his face.
Iron sight.
Yeah, like it just goes iron sights
Well,
kind
I'm
of.
ducking
Yeah.
now.
And I can
Oh, yeah,
barely
crouch
see the
now.
reticle. This is the
I got
worst
it.
sniper.
I got him.
All right, well I got one too. They take forever to reload.
No fall damage.
No
You're
fall
good.
damage, eh?
Alright, we got this now.
Yeah, I'm gonna send this dude in. So what do you guys think so far? Do you like Stubbs?
Stubbs is great. I love it. Oh, I think we need our zombie form.
Your box stops here. Come inside for the best
The only open
prices
doors
in
is a
Huntsville.
zombie.
Is this where we need to go?
Yeah.
Will we, okay. I guess I'll let go of him.
Stay for the bargains.
That's such a good mechanic. If it was just developed a tad bit more.
Yeah, I mean, what do you expect? It's basically
Yeah.
an indie game.
This is an indie game. This is kind of like, I wouldn't call it a middle budget. Like, this is probably really cheap to develop because,
they already had the engine, so it's
yeah,
just a
the-
mod for Halo.
yeah,
1.
they just kind of like redid a lot of the assets. Like, they reskinned some of the pre-existing stuff. And just Stubbs himself probably was most of the budget.
Well, the soundtrack license.
Yeah, that too. But at the time, a lot of those bands weren't well known. Yeah,
It's like, hey, want to make a 50 song? I'm like, sure.
Cake was probably the most famous band,
Probably.
and even still, they're not all that big.
I think okay. This is down only.
Hey, what's up, Kirk? I don't know how you got Billy Mays to co-host the stream. You know what? He kind of looks like Billy Mays. I've never thought about that, but
Well, I have my beard growing out a little bit.
yeah, his shirts are very clean.
William. You don't call him William Mays?
Oakland said he wanted to play this a while back. He's gonna check secondhand stores.
It's
Yeah,
hard to find.
it's very hard to find.
I haven't
very
seen
hard to
a
find.
local game store have it in like 10 years, and even back then they're selling it for like 30 or 40 bucks.
One of the first Valentine's presents I ever got from my girlfriend was a copy of Stubbs the Zombie and Dead Space. I was like, oh, I bought her a 360 as well. I bought her a 360, Stubbs, and Dead Space because she wanted to play Dead Space. I was like, well, you might like Stubbs too.
That's awesome. I love Stubbs.
And guess what? We're still together. So that's
Okay,
the secret.
He shoots me once. I shoot him twice in the back.
Mhm.
It's totally fine. How's that fair?
Yeah.
How is that fair? Explain to me this.
Oh shit! That guy went flying. I've got the fart on me.
Giving me a fart.
Look at all those dudes in here. I got a lot in the AoE.
Oh man, oh there you go.
It's the luck of the draw when it comes to the brain eating animation. Like sometimes you can do the quick one, or
Yeah,
sometimes you get.
like, you knock them over and you stand on their like you know go on their body and start doing their game. It takes like 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just rip their arm off.
Nuger says, "Did you write to the love of my life, only to have her sell it back to GameStop?" I don't know how to respond to that.
A manly man needs a manly dress, and by dress,
Are you saying my girlfriend's the love of your life?
pursuits, tuxedos,
Well,
You heard it here first.
well, thank you.
Andrew Monday shops here.
I guess that's a good thing for other people to desire my girlfriend, as long as I'm not As long as I'm not being cucked, I'm fine with that. Yeah. Some people want that, not me. Not me, I'm not one of those.
I don't see the appeal personally.
I don't see the appeal. I'm not against the idea. I mean, I haven't really tried it, but I'll try anything once, says David.
I mean, probably not that.
Probably not that, no. I'm good. 2019, not a cuck, says Kirk. I know.
I just stabbed her with my bayonet.
I mean, David and I are always like 5 years behind the trend, so, you know.
Maybe in 5 years.
Yeah, maybe in 5 years. 2024, hit us up, see what we're doing.
Playing some Stubbs.
Probably still playing Stubbs. This game is over, what, 12 years old?
Came out in 2005. So 14 years old.
Jeez. It's 13 since we graduated high school. David filmed our graduation.
Not all of it, but like the
Yeah.
pre-graduate.
Yeah, there's footage of David and I during graduation day. And I think that same week we went to go see X-Men 3.
No, that was graduation day.
Graduation day. We went to go see X-Men 3, which was the worst in the X-Men franchise.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
It wasn't great. But I remember, like,
Hanging out and getting fired, my first YouTube video.
hanging out, yeah. It was so stupid. David filmed me quitting my job at Little Caesars.
It's on my channel, so it's unlisted. but it's
I
still
went up
there.
to my fucking manager at Little Caesars because it was like a hot ass
The whole
summer.
video is we're at my house, we get in the car, and the whole thing is filmed of us driving to this place.
We're
and you and Brendan going and quit.
Yeah, I did Brendan work there?
Yeah, you guys both.
We
quit
both
together.
quit together. We both quit our job at Little
We worked
Caesars.
there for like a week, I think. So,
And guess what? That Little Caesars isn't around anymore.
really, that's the only Little Caesars I knew about.
No, all the Little Caesars in Kansas City are gone.
They are apparently currently the third most popular pizza company.
Yeah, but something happened with the franchisees.
I think
They were fucking people over in
Kansas
Kansas
City.
City, so like they all closed.
Chainsaw Man.
I'm gonna bull them. Close quarters, bull.
The fart didn't do anything.
Oh shit! I always love how Stubbs pulls out another head. Never explained.
I don't think you can hand this guy.
No, you can possess somebody else and shoot him. He does like insane damage. You can rip off his arm to at one point.
Okay, our zombie horde is still here. We're just gonna all get killed. Okay, there's a. One, this has a bat. I don't want to get bat.
Yeah,
Maybe
you can shove these into him, but he just tears through them.
I just need to distract him. We just need to okay, come up to him and just whack him in the back, and when he turns around, you run away and I'll whack him.
Okay, that sounds good.
The zombies will take care of it.
Kirk says, I need the Little Caesars video. It's really stupid. You can't even hear me going up to my manager. I was like, hey,
There's someone on their phone talking in the back.
yeah, I was like, hey, I'm just quitting.
We're like,
And he's like, I don't care. That's it. Nobody cared. But it was like, it was just a summer job before I went to college. I think it's because I got hired by a sandwich shop after that. And then I made more money. And it was like next door to the pizza shop. So I was like, he saw me every day at the other place. I was like, hey, I'm making $1 more an hour next door, so I'm just going to go there. And he's like, oh, okay. I don't care. That was one of my first... That might have been my first YouTube video. Yeah.
I don't know. I've thought about unlisting that for a while. There's nothing like bad in it.
We'll have to take a look at it before. Yeah. We have some weird-ass first YouTube videos. Garbage Day being the weirdest.
I'm definitely gonna unlist or make that one realistic.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I'll post it anonymously on some channel.
I mean, I think the weirdest videos I've ever made are by
On
far
my channel.
no, are by far Phil Hatley.
Oh, Dude, I love those so much.
Yeah, those are the weirdest ones. You guys can Google that if you haven't seen
Phil
it.
Hatley.
Phil Hatley is the most experimental shit I've ever made in my life.
So good.
And I've made some weird shit on my channel, but the reason why this guy's hard to kill is because he has a metal plate in his head. And he can't just straight up eat his brains. Like, you have to, like, weaken him so the metal plate
Eating him
comes
with his
loose.
own arms, so-
You can eat his brains, I believe. You just have... Yeah, look at the stun lock and shit. Oh, he got me.
No!
Run! Yeah, I don't know if it'll be safe. You may have to just recharge.
Come on down to the TVTV.
What's with all this head rolling business? Is this a spiritual predecessor to a certain failed Konami IP? Yeah,
We got your stuff, and we got save points.
in my initial script, Frankie for Never Dead, I did make the comparison, but I think what I did is I mentioned Lollipop Chainsaw because people are like calling Never Dead unoriginal, like a Suda 51 game and all this stuff, and I'm like, well, really, you could look at it another way of Never Dead influencing Lollipop Chainsaw and Stubbs. I think I even mentioned Stubbs before in that video. Yeah, I did. I did mention Stubbs in my Never Dead video. So yeah, Stubbs gets a shout out.
Come on.
Yeah, but there is head rolling, and Stubbs did it first.
Yep. How is this guy not dead?
We've got a big old
He's we're on insanity. That's why.
Oh, wait. There we go.
Got him.
Finally.
Eat them brains.
Most of the game doesn't change him. Is he like one of the only bosses? Oh, you saw that?
No,
that was the Halo 1, like, where, like, say there's a cliff and, like, a body lands like this. It's like, it, like, lands straight and then goes...
Yeah.
Like, it's not real physics. It's, like, weird stuff. So, I saw that on that guy. Go back to that.
I'm gonna get us some popcorn. I'll be right back.
Popcorn.
You like popcorn?
Yeah. Try to turn this up. So,
Look for the speaker icon.
see the speaker down. Let's see the speaker up. I don't think it's possible. Is it? What's brightness? There's only a volume down button. There's only volume down. That's all we get. There's no volume up. There's only a volume up, down. It's so hot in here. It's hotter than Harry Potter in here. If we turn the fan up, it's like way too loud.
red alert! The final reckoning! The fourth
Alright, so we made it to the cheese farm.
Here's some Sprouts popcorn.
Oh wait, I couldn't find it. There's only a volume down button.
You hit the volume down and then you hit up.
What? What? Oh. So you hit the volume down button first, and then you hit the brightness up button, and that turns it up. That makes sense.
Also got some cookies from Sprouts.
Cookies.
Look at this massive cookie. It's got a little dick on it.
Alright, we're at the cheese farm. Thank you. That's very kind. Miles is internationally known for his kindness.
I'm a snacks kind of guy.
You are. Alright, creepy cornfield zombies. Oh look, there's like dudes in the cornfields. This is a stealth mission. Oh no.
I think they can still see us.
Oh, they've got mounted machine guns.
Oh my god. This is like storming the beaches of Normandy.
It really is.
Do you have invisibility frames at all, like when you're eating? Oh, I got wrecked big time.
I'm doing a flank attack. You'll be alive soon. Oh my god, they're chasing me.
I'm gonna have to update the snacks list.
You're alive.
I'm live. Slash undead.
Re-dead, never dead.
Never dead. Ah. Shout out to Shinta.
Stuck here.
Oh, the fart! Do the fart! There we go.
Alright, possess the guy in the mounted machine gun. Oh yeah.
Alright, that works somehow. I just farted and I took out that entire wave.
Dude, I am just annihilating you.
That works.
They're behind me.
I'm gonna stay back here, where it's safe. Zombies of the corn, says Kurt.
For real. Alright. It's all those guys. Dude, I just obliterated that guy. Alright. Get on that machine gun.
I can as a zombie.
Where?
I have
there's
to be
another guy in
human.
here. It blew his head off. Oh, there's another guy in here.
Are they inside that?
Yeah. They're just lining up. Oh my god, there's another one. They just
I'll just go
Oh,
through the
you-
door.
Maybe they keep respawning until you go in there.
I got him.
After I blew them up.
I'll take those brains.
Alright.
What do vegetarian zombies eat, David?
Grains.
That's one of the first jokes David ever told me.
Really? Are you serious?
Look at that Stubbs scarecrow up there.
Oh.
Look at that attention
Oh
to
my
detail.
god, I never noticed that.
There you go. See, only here.
That's awesome.
David used to tell me the most cornball jokes in high school. He
I
went.
heard one like 2 or 3 days ago and I forgot it.
Okay, what is it?
I forgot it.
Oh, okay.
Dang it. It was my favorite.
David wouldn't initiate normal human conversations. He would just lead off with a joke and then continue on with more jokes until you walked away from
Is that true?
him. Somewhat. Let's see if these scarecrows are also Stubbs.
The only one I can remember off the top of my head that I loved was what's brown and sticky?
What?
A stick.
Oh, right. I think they're all Stubbs. Are you gonna go see that Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark?
Probably red box it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go see it. Big time. And It Chapter 2. Looking very forward to those.
I don't remember the last movie I saw in theaters. Years.
Well, you know mine.
Yep.
I just told it.
It's over that way.
Okay.
Yeah, I truly don't remember. We don't go very often.
Kirk, you missed the boomer story. I told a few stories, but the boomer story is probably the craziest one.
Probably. Wow, what a scream. No.
Got him.
No.
Hold on. I'm gonna possess. Let's get this dude with the shotgun. Hell yeah. It takes so long to possess people.
Or else because you get it so fast.
I'm gonna hide behind this boulder.
Oh, nice blast in my hand. The shotgun's good when they have it, but on Insanity you don't do enough damage to it.
You don't, and like the range is garbage.
I'm gonna jump in front.
Yeah, the jump and fart. It's the only saving grace. I'm coming up there. Oh, Kirk Almighty, you were in the Discord when I told that. I forgot.
Jump and fart. So,
Yeah, I told it on stream. I used the hard R word too.
Oh no, they killed me. Run. Be safe. Don't be risky.
I almost said boomer commentary to the guy, but I don't think he would understand what I was talking about
Probably not.
because he's a boomer. Boomers just don't get it when we're making fun of them.
Really.
The point was to make him as mad as I felt. And I think it was a job well done.
Alright. Take a few steps back to respawn me.
Oh, okay.
Poor Flavor. That crawling one's gonna get them all.
Eh. Come on, David. Come on back. There you are.
Alright, I got all my goodies back. All we have left is a crawling zombie. And the melee. We're just gonna shoot it. Oh no, there's one
I'll smack
zombie
the
left.
taste out of your mouth.
2 zombies left. Oh, 3 zombies left. Come on.
Take care, Johnny. Thanks for showing up.
Alright, here we go. We're good to go. Crunchwrap Supreme over here.
I can't tell who's a zombie and who's not until I see the muzzle flash.
Yep.
They take forever to reload, so that's the one saving grace.
Yep.
Got him.
I'll whack you.
I'm gonna bayonet him.
You can bayonet him?
Yeah, sometimes it does the bayonet animation, you just stab him. Yeah, if you're running, sometimes you whack him, it's every other one. But yeah, sometimes you just stab him and just instantly kills the guy.
Alright. I've got an arm, but I wanna go from a safe distance so Stubbs doesn't get hurt.
Oh my god.
Got him. Let's see if I can transform in time.
This crawling guy is still just, the shotgun I think is not that good for us.
Really, I don't ever pay attention to who I'm trying to possess, so
Well,
I'm just
right,
like,
of course.
ah, go get somebody. Nice.
Oh, can we eat the sheep?
I don't think so.
We can kick it.
If we were playing Overlord, we could.
I like Overlord.
Overlord.
I like those games.
Yeah, Overlord's the shit.
You know, it's kind of like this, actually.
Yeah, it has kind of the same comical nature.
Same, I mean, you have little minion guys.
Yeah.
everywhere.
I like
similar.
Some people don't like Pikmin, but they love Overlord. I like both, but Overlord was just phenomenal. It was one of my favorite 360 games.
My mom really likes those games. I didn't play them that much, but she really got into them.
There's a more recent one that
Oh,
just...
that one's really bad.
Oh, is it?
She said it's nothing like the old ones.
Oh, damn. The old ones kind of like had an ActRaiser vibe about them. Like wherever you would save a town, and then your castle would get a little bit
The
stronger.
one is like a top-down co-op.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Like just like action game.
Really? Like a gauntlet thing?
Similar, looks similar. I don't know exactly.
That's a shame. A damn shame. Yeah, Overlord 2 was fantastic as well.
Yeah.
But I never played like Minions of Evil or...
Oh no, another Chainsaw Man.
There was like a DS game and other things.
That was fun.
You're dead, dude. Oh, they're building another Stubbs one.
Yeah, and it has like banjo music going on here.
It's my brother's cousin. Okay, I got somebody with a shotgun once again. The dude with the chainsaw is gonna be... Yeah, I'm just gonna...
There's 3 Chainsaw Men. You need to kill him or can we run past him?
I'm gonna kill him. Because I got the shotgun guy, and they're gonna be easy to zone. Maybe. I can't see shit with the corn.
Oh, he's coming for you. Like you're
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, there's 2 of them. Fucking Dr. Salvador here. Or,
for sure.
Resident Evil 4.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just gonna.
Oh! He's not going after Stubbs.
Oh, you
Okay.
got him.
Dude, I'm getting him. This is the way, for sure. Yeah, I got 2 of them.
Okay, good.
I got this
They
one
must have
too.
much lower health than that other guy.
Yeah. That other guy has a metal plate in his head. That's the
Alright, got 'em all.
mechanical explanation.
Did it, folks.
And I still got my
Oh, no,
shotgun.
look, they have a vehicle. We got a tractor.
Okay. Oh yeah, you can get that too.
Vehicular combat.
Gonna
Zombie
bounce
game.
you
Of
good.
course. Oh.
Yeah,
There you go, folks.
you got it. Yeah, you can drive. There's a vehicle like this in Lollipop Chainsaw as well.
You wanna get in?
This whole
Yeah,
segment reminds me of Lollipop Chainsaw.
I'm going.
Like Suda totally ripped them off.
Really?
Yeah, big time. There's a whole farm level in Lollipop Chainsaw with a little weed thresher and possessing
There's
people.
another one over here for you. When you get up to this hill.
I'm coming that way.
Zombie sprint isn't too slow once you get going.
Yeah. It works well for this style of gameplay, though. It's very unique, like how heavy Stubbs is,
There's a lot of weight behind all this movement.
and you gotta like make these choices. Like there's nowhere to hide, so you have to make your own barriers and strategically use
You know you're
your stuff.
slow and everything's gonna take forever, so you have to like plan it.
Yeah, I like that. Got him. Oh, we smashed him. I don't think we can get into those, can we?
No, you can't.
Well, what? I scared him out. Got him. Yeah, trying to get up those hills. Go for the green spots. I don't know. I don't think I can get up there. It's too steep. Yeah. Realism in my games? I don't think so.
Would you rather play this or Land of the Dead?
Land of the Dead.
You'd rather play that?
No.
No, I was like, are you serious?
Can you guys hear David okay?
Probably not. Too far away.
I'm not seeing him on the mic. I should have asked this earlier, but you know how things go around here. Nobody informs us of our audio levels ever.
And then we
Yeah.
rewatch it. And we're like, wow. we
Well,
can
this
hear
is
it.
absolute trash.
Do we have to kill everything? Yeah, I think it is. Oh no, there's another dude. Okay, Tractor Man.
Yeah, Land of the Dead Road to Filler's Green.
I have some videos of that on my channel. We
Yeah,
played
there's
that
there's
together.
a few channels on David or blah. There's a few video on David's channel.
The Kung Fu Fists.
Now I actually pre-ordered that game.
I did too.
It
It
was
gonna be like City of the Dead. That was,
yeah. So there was this game called City of the Dead that George Romero was behind, and he had an involvement in like the development, the plot, and then things he wanted to see in the game. Something fell through when he was making Land of the Dead, so he pulled out of City of the Dead. They took the assets from that game that was supposed to be made, and that game was going to be like Dead Rising 2. You could craft your own weapons. There's going to just be a whole bunch of silly shit. And then so they're like, let's make a prequel to Land of the Dead Road to... It's called Land of the Dead Road to Fiddler's Green, and it's a prequel to the movie. And you just play this random farmer who just wakes up one day and there's a zombie on his
Yep.
property, and he just fucking takes a varmint rifle and goes on a quest to get to Fiddler's Green, which is the safe haven tower.
that's it. That's the whole game.
You don't get to do anything but like get to the tower and
Yeah. But in the second level of the game, there's a hidden weapon. If you go into like the attic of some farmhouse, you read a book on a bookshelf, and it gives you Kung Fu Fists, and you just one shot every zombie in the game. You just go, "Hoo-ah, hoo-ah," and
yeah,
just
the
knock
Kung
them all
Fu
over.
fists.
That's all you need.
You can see that on David's channel.
You
We
keep that the whole game. And that's all you need. But yeah, that game, it's not like terrible. And the online co-op was actually decent. You had like a horde mode, like we're just
yeah,
waves
it was
of
like a
dead.
prototype Left 4 Dead
Yeah, it was
in
pretty
a lot
cool.
of ways.
But other than that, there wasn't much going.
There wasn't a whole lot. I played the online on X-Link Kai one time.
I did it a few few times when it was still like new. It was fine. I enjoyed it, but that's the only game that I really had. But it's just another relic of the past. That was another late Xbox release.
Yeah. Doomed to fail.
Yep. I think, was it Mortal Kombat Armageddon came out actually after the 360 launch?
Yeah, Armageddon was great too. Yakuza also came out around that time. The first one.
I know Gran Turismo 6 came out on the PS3 after the PS4 launch.
Yeah. Gran Turismo is a weird franchise in general.
Yeah.
They always have those like beta games that come out.
Yeah, it's like Prologue 2,
Prologue 3.0. I mean, they're almost as bad as Kingdom Hearts.
Oh man, Kingdom Hearts. Speaking of, I played through Kingdom Hearts 3. It's the only I've played like 2 hours of the first one, and didn't like it, and then never played anything else. And I played through Kingdom Hearts 3 because Xavier was into it.
Yeah.
And that game, if it didn't have a Disney skin on it, I guarantee it would be like a 4 out of 10.
Dude, it's absolute trash.
It's so bad.
Dude, Kingdom Hearts 3, I picked it up when it was like $14 on Amazon. I'm like, okay, this is a price I'm willing to give it a chance
it's like
on.
The most generic like action game.
There's one good level, and that's the Toy Story level, and that's it.
It's just
Like, I like the Monsters Inc. design, but like the level is trash.
every level's exactly the same.
It's all the same.
The combat's super generic. And boring.
There's no Final Fantasy characters in it anymore. They just like, why? That was the one thing that drew me into it initially, was like, oh, there's Final Fantasy characters with Disney. Now you only get Disney characters and some out of place anime looking characters.
Right. Like,
that
who are these
nothing blends well. I'm sick and tired of the gummy ship stuff. Like,
yeah, I just skipped all of that. I
It's
just go directly
trash.
I just avoid all combat and just go straight to the location I was supposed to go.
I don't know if I ever told the Kingdom Hearts fan story on my stream. Maybe I should save it for a next time. But there was this weird dude at my college that was in Kingdom Hearts,
Killed his own dude.
and he had this epic meltdown. I'll have to tell it sometime. You want to hear it?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe if somebody donates, because my voice is shot. My voice is shot, and it would cause me pain to tell the story.
Well, I'd tell it if I could, but I don't know.
I'll tell it next time, or if I'm playing, just bring up Kingdom Hearts 3 next time, and I'll tell this fucking Kingdom Hearts story.
Raiding this dude's farmhouse. That's pretty cool.
What? How did I spawn inside the house?
Because I'm inside the house. You spawned on me. Like I went forward with the level.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this dude had a wicked meltdown, and he was like the first like Kingdom Hearts mega fan I ever met. Like, you'd only hear about these fans online and like GameFAQs polls and stuff. Like, they were always upvoting Sora and Riku and shit, and I always had like some weird dark or heartless signature or something, some quote from Ansem and their signature. Kingdom Hearts is like one of the shittiest communities around.
The story is bad. It's just
Like,
objectively bad.
they have no standards for their games. They're okay with them being trash. They're okay with like having some convoluted narrative strewn across 12 games. They're like, oh, this is good. This is good storytelling that it's inaccessible for anyone else, and
Yeah, for sure.
we're okay with Nomura just being completely up his own ass for 13 games, 14 games, 14.5 games over 700. No, fuck all that. It's trash. People like it are trash. They're not good RPGs. They're not good action games. They're not good Disney material. They're not good Final Fantasy material. You've deluded yourself into thinking this franchise is representative of your own like anime avatars. This is a stand-in. It's a stand-in for the anime avatar like fanfic that you always wanted to create, but you got Nomura to make it for you. It's absolute garbage, and it gives RPG fans a bad name because like it's embarrassing to be a Kingdom Hearts fan. I'm gonna say it outright. Like, if you showed any of your friends at work like a Kingdom Hearts trailer and even just began to describe 2 sentences of the plot, they're already tuned out and they want you to leave. They don't want to watch the rest of the video.
Power of friendship.
Yeah, that's the power of the Keyblade. Mickey once was part of the Keyblade War. You see, he took the Mark of Mastery with Yensid. Yensid is actually backwards for Disney. It's so dumb.
Inside the mini plots of the individual levels,
Yeah.
some parts were like, oh, that's kind of charming. And
Oh,
or
cool.
kinda-
Woody showed up.
Yeah.
There was Woody and Buzz Lightyear. I know exactly who them. And then all of a sudden, Kingdom Hearts plot shows up.
and like,
That's like, oh, I'm one of the Organization 13, but there's actually 26 of us because we all have a nobody. And then wait a second. There's actually 39 of us because we have a complete form too, a human form. There's a human form, a nobody form, and there's also a darkness inside of all of us. Remember all of our characters. This is gonna be on the test.
And all their names start with X.
You have to
And they're
play-
nonsense names like Zig and Morph.
Yes, Zig and North, Zimmas, respect our Zer pronouns. Like, so ridiculous. And not only do you have to play the first game, then you got to play the final revision deluxe dub edition.
Save yourself.
Fuck all of it.
Resurrect me. There's a guy with a chainsaw chasing you.
Like, I honestly lose respect anytime anyone tries to convince me Kingdom Hearts is anything but a joke. Kingdom Hearts is not hard to follow, Miles. Right. All you got to do is, like, your team is the light, and they hate the darkness, and the light defeats the darkness.
I mean, that is fine.
That's the plot. Tale as old as time. It's so bad.
It's extra bad. I'm glad. Like, anyone I've tried to bring that up with, at least online,
I'd
that was, like,
rather-
the best game ever.
I'd rather play Unlimited Saga. Okay? Yes. I'd rather play Unlimited Saga. A quality Square Enix game. I'd rather enjoy the story of Star Ocean till the end of time. Yes.
I've only played Star Ocean 4, and I thought it was pretty decent.
Yeah, I love the Star Ocean games, honestly.
Star Ocean 4 reminded me a lot of Rogue Galaxy.
Yeah, they're cheesy as fuck, but
Oh.
they're good. They're very good.
Okay, Chainsaw Man didn't kill me immediately.
Shadow Hawk says the plot is convoluted but shallow. That's a good way of putting it. It's pretentious as fuck,
really
and
is.
like you gotta understand those games are for kids. I won't hear any other argument. Or they're for kids or for developmentally stunted people. That's it. Peter Pan syndrome. Games for you.
You skipped the best cutscene in the game.
Yeah. No, the best cutscene's when he's pissing.
No, the best cutscene was the Patton one. You skipped it.
Right. He rides a sheep to the water
No, he's
treatment
like
plant.
standing in front of a giant flag and it's like seen from Patton.
I'm
but
gonna
he's like-
lose-
He's like brains.
I'm willing to lose a great
Brains.
portion of my audience for my Kingdom Hearts
Brains.
opinions.
Brains.
Brains.
And he's like standing in front of his zombie army, trying to give them a motivational speech when they're trying to go against this insurmountable force.
I got it.
It's so funny.
Guys, you can like Kingdom Hearts. I don't mind. But don't try and convince me it's good. I won't listen to your video essay. I won't watch your 13-part retrospective on Kingdom Hearts. I don't care about your fanfic. I don't care about this movie that you comprised of all the cutscenes out of the game because the cutscenes are like watching paint dry. They're
I
so
did skip
boring.
them all
They're so boring.
after like
The voice actors don't give a fuck. They don't want to be there. Like, James Woods is barely hanging on as it is, and he's trying to, like, read through this
At
fucking...
least we got approving Phil out of
Yeah.
that thing in the Discord chat.
We all have a garbage game we love, yes. That's true.
Oh, I have more than one.
I have more than one garbage game I love. I mean, I love Never Dead, for crying out loud. I love the Simple series.
I love garbage, but that's like, those are like bad but entertaining.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts is bad and boring.
Yeah, it's
just
bad.
like-
It's bad and boring.
that's the worst.
That is the worst.
Yes. Because bad games that are like bad, like silly and cheesy and just like poorly made, at least there's some entertainment value. to
Yeah.
them.
Don't critique my language.
But when they're just boring,
That's the worst crime a game could commit.
yeah.
I don't care. Like, honestly,
It should
I've...
just be like, they should rate not bad or good, just enjoyable or not enjoyable.
That's it. Yeah. So David just solved Gamergate right there. Those are the only two ratings: enjoyable or not enjoyable. You can't buy those kind of ratings.
That's all you need, those two.
No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, like I've got a lot of games. I'm like that. By no means is this a great game, but like Deadly Premonition, I always say. But I think like for me, storyline doesn't really matter all that much. Like I watch a lot of horror movies, and horror movies always have like really
charm.
Yeah, they have charm. They have an interesting character or a neat concept, just something stupid. Like It Follows.
Yeah, that movie's good.
Yeah, it's good because of the premise. Like it could come at any time, and then here's how the rules we're establishing go. You know, not the most brilliant story in the world, but the concept's enough to carry it.
Or like Swiss Army Man.
Swiss Army Man was fun. I can't believe you saw that.
Well, I have it on Blu-ray, and I saw it in theaters opening
Dude,
day, I think.
I'm actually impressed that you saw Swiss Army Man. Yeah,
I saw it with Audrey.
that is kino as fuck, man. I liked it.
Yeah, it was super good.
Yeah. That's all a game has to be, is entertaining.
Oh my god.
And I don't think
These guys.
Kingdom Hearts is entertaining.
These guys.
If you can possess one.
I love the long yell. They're like,
Ah!
alright, got a It's mayhem.
Max asks, does enjoyment equal fun? Or just satisfaction, shilling for pathologic again?
If you enjoy it,
If you enjoy it, you're probably having fun.
Yeah.
On some level.
This is mad.
It is madness. Yeah, we've gotten to the like really hard sci-fi elements right here. But if you can get a hold of one of these dudes, that weapon is phenomenal.
I didn't do anything with it. Oh my god,
I can't see where my arm is. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah, as I'm being possessed, there's like 30 of these dudes.
This is where the game.
This is kind of like the Needler. I think it's because those bars are in the way.
I had the prompt for a split second.
I know Max has been trying to get me to play Pathologic for a while.
I know. Me too.
I'll get around to it eventually. Max, one day I will.
Grandpa has a round to it.
Yeah.
Or had. It was a piece of felt with the word "to it" written on it. It was round.
My plan is like when I retire. First I gotta make the money. Gotta make the money. Gotta put in the time at work.
I did my retirement calculator.
Yeah.
And at my current rate, I will be able to retire at 87.
87. Holy shit!
Yeah.
You better get some Bitcoin. Yeah, better diversify your portfolio a little bit, or sell off your game collection.
Yeah.
Can you put that in your retirement calculator?
You know what? Shit. Oh, dude, you don't have to blow it up. Just running them over.
Well, the retirement calculator is based on your quality of life right now.
It was just the average cost of living in the U.S. I think, so that's probably
Yeah,
not
like
super accurate.
Missouri, where we live, is below average.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
probably
I think you'll be all right, man.
80.
Well, your kids will be able to take care of you.
Yeah, that's the goal. Have them be really talented.
Yeah. You gotta have like really rich kids and then mooch off of them.
It's the American dream.
That is. It really is. They're gonna put you in a home day one. David, you're
Alright.
going to the home.
You're 44 years old.
You're 44, too old. Now you will go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep. No, like that's my plan. Is like when I finally get enough money to retire, I will be able to dedicate my life to Hikikomori.
Wow.
So what? Once I get enough money,
Alright, so
that
super
content,
chats start coming.
yeah, that content's gonna be pumping out,
Yes.
big time.
You want that to happen quickly? Start.
Yeah. Better get on it.
We have to have our poop stream.
Yeah. I mean, I eat that turd instantly.
$30,000 bucks.
Uh huh.
I don't know, man. It's a hard sell. If you want to know what you're talking about, I'm sure you've watched it, but you can watch the Devil's Turd video. It's a quality video that we made.
It's on both of our channels.
Yeah, you have the full stream and the chopped up version.
David makes highlights of our streams on his channel.
Yeah, because sometimes if someone sees like, oh, a 4-hour video, I will get around to watching that. Never.
Yeah. For me, I throw on a lot of stuff in the background.
Yeah, I do too. But still, like.
Oh my God. No, those are all zombies. Okay, okay.
This game's beginning to be the madness.
Yeah, this is what exactly what we were talking about. Just all these laser weapons and hundreds of
It's
zombies.
still fine. Dude, this guy's like, this scientist man is like the strongest man alive. He killed like 10 zombies. No, but once we get to the bridge with the jetpack guys,
That's coming up real soon.
I know, that's the part I don't like. We skipped all the cutscenes. Well, people can either play it for themselves or wait for your video.
Yeah,
to
I am gonna make a video on this for sure.
Yeah.
This is a fantastic game and everyone should play it. That's my video right there.
It's pretty short, so you can go through it pretty quickly.
Yeah. It's fun with a friend though.
Yeah, it's definitely better co-op. Because even, like, if you die, you don't have to restart. You can just have, hey, go.
Yeah.
Just speeds up the flow of the game.
He's gonna blow up. Got him.
Wow. BloodyBodyBits.com. Alright, there we go. Can we go in there now?
Yeah. Shadow Hog, yeah, I know. I gotta say though, like I try and pick out things that are not as well covered. Okay, that's just been the motto of my channel.
That's been both of our channels since day one. Just do weird stuff.
Weird and obscure is the name of the game, and I bet there's
enough videos of all the popular stuff out
like
there.
Pathologic probably. If I type it in YouTube right now, I'm gonna get somebody's analysis video.
Like, what do I have to add about Call of Duty or something?
Yeah.
That hasn't been said.
Deconstructing the gameplay of Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 7.
Yeah, it's like, really?
Yeah.
Who cares? Oh, we have to go back down. This door is open
I guarantee, Max, if I'm gonna type in YouTube right now, I'm gonna find a pathologic analysis video. Okay. Where else are you gonna find one on Never Dead? Only my channel. Only my channel.
Did the sneaking suit first.
Where else are you gonna find one on Shadows of the Dam? Multiple channels. Multiple channels. Used to be only mine.
Good one.
Where else are you gonna find simple series analysis? Other publications.
Oh man, it's getting spicy in here.
Yeah, I know.
Is this where he came from? Man, I don't know where we're supposed to go. Is there a map? Some door opened. I don't know which door that was. Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I mean, like, that's what I aim for whenever I'm trying to make a video, is like I want to do something that hasn't been covered, something that interests me and has some history behind it that I can get into. Has to like meet those 3 qualifications for me to really start work on a video. And that's why I'm never going to be popular. Oops, that was the wrong R.
Yeah.
Oops. Ripped off my arm when I needed to pee. You can't see his zombie penis either. I believe, like, the love interest comments that he does have a big zombie penis, though.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, you take care of those guys. I'll just keep peeing. So, this part of the game, Stubbs has to piss in the town's water supply to build a bigger zombie army. And then also, like, it's like a tower defense thing, too. You've got to take out these dudes. So, I'm actually going to have to help out. You got to turn the water green. Ooh! You got me.
Wow, that's cool. I'm safe down here, though. So you're back.
I'm back. Why am I on the bottom?
That's where I was.
Okay.
Where I was safe.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just always thought finding weird games that nobody's heard of was more fun.
Yeah.
It's like finding weird bad games that are like extra bad. You're like, wow, how has nobody seen this? Or good ones. You're like, wow, this is a gem.
What, like, the thing is, a lot of my material comes from games that I was aware of at the time when they were coming out, but they were just overshadowed by something else. Like, there was a big event, or of course there was like undue criticism levied against it for certain things, or I mean there's a whole reason There's a whole world out there of games that will just never be heard from again.
For me, it's a lot of like weird games that just never came to America.
That too, yeah.
I'm sure like in Japan people are like, oh yeah, everyone knows about that game, but here we just never played it.
Right. Even then though, you'd be surprised. Like, Japan's very picky. What games are popular over there aren't the same over here, and vice versa. Like Suda's games in Japan don't do well at all.
Interesting.
He's an international success. And you'd think that'd be the opposite.
Right.
Get our piss on quick. Because
What does this guy have?
they keep respawning too, so...
Like every 25%
yeah,
or something.
just gotta keep pissing.
Contamination
Our
level
zombie
at
horde is not
50%.
being very helpful.
Unacceptable filth level.
Unacceptable.
I'm gonna keep peeing.
God.
Alright.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I keep falling in
Oh,
that tank.
Oh, it just spawns you down here. When you fall. Okay.
Yeah, I need to do that, because I'm gonna get wrecked.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, you just go through the pipe there.
Yeah, pro strat.
Perfect.
Oh no.
Devil's Third is weirdly popular in Japan, Oakland.
Our video.
Yeah.
Oh no, I died. Stay down there. Resurrect me.
I guess it's because Itagaki was behind it.
Okay, good. That game is like the most average game I've ever played in my life, but it has character. It has some. It's fine. The
What
multiplayer was cool.
what do you think of the Japs Italian Students collab initiated by Grasshopper Manufacturer, and which will be shown at Gamescom? Well, this is the first I'm hearing of it, but it sounds good to me. I know Grasshopper has a prominent Italian fan base, and of course Massimo Garani. And like I would say the Italians are kind of picking up the slack of the Japanese developers. Like, some of the best Japanese-like games I've played have come from Italians, like Remothered. Playing The Last Day of June. I played Murasaki Baby. The Italians are some great fucking developers.
I haven't played any of those games.
Well, watch my channel. Maybe you might want to.
I do something. I get behind.
That's alright.
And then I watch like, well, we talked this before. I get behind and then I watch like 10 episodes at once, and then there's
I know.
a stream of conscious comments.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of David's, like,
Okay, go back down.
David's a late bloomer commenter.
And then you'll see like 400 comments from me because I just comment as I'm watching the video. They're like,
Yeah,
that's a good one. Am I back? Oh, I am back.
let's do this.
It's tricky. You got a hand. You could take on one of them.
I'm all for another Suda and Massimo collaboration. Make it happen.
The only Italian games I play are the ride games.
Ride?
Yeah. That's a motorcycle racing.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like Tony Hawk's Ride. I'm like, you playing that?
Yeah, I mean, I love those games. Ride 3 is pretty good.
I've never played that.
I'm not surprised.
I'm sure I've played more Italian games. I just can't think of any right now. I'd have to look at the developers and games.
Mario Brothers?
Yes, man. That's a missed opportunity.
Some guy shoot on.
Contamination level at
That's okay. As long as my zombie takes it, I'm still pissing. We've almost got this. It takes a lot of piss, okay?
Where'd you get all this from?
If you want to contaminate an entire town supply, it takes a lot of zombie piss.
Now you know. You heard it here first.
I mean, in most movies, like when an outbreak happens, it's just like a drop of blood. 28 days later, drop of blood and the rage virus is
Oh,
out.
he just blasted me off the universe. Run away. Look at, I'm under the universe.
You clip through.
It's good.
That reminds me of like Doom or Duke Nukem when you go underwater.
That's the problem with my channel. Most of my popular videos are like glitches, and I have one from. That remind me. I have one from. What's the name of that game? The Hong Kong police one.
Hong Kong Police?
Yeah, it came out like for 360 and Xbox One.
Hong Kong Police?
You're a police officer in Hong Kong.
True crime?
No.
Uh,
Newer than that.
oh, the Sleeping Dogs?
Yeah, that one. I fell through the world and I found out a way to reproduce it. And I posted the video, and that one has like tens of thousands of views.
Yeah. I hate it because, like, I put hours,
Yeah.
days,
And,
weeks
like, two
into
people.
a video, and, like, you know, I get maybe a third of my channel will watch it,
Right.
and then, like, the rest is dependent on the algorithm or somebody to share it on Reddit, or, like, I can't really depend on people to watch my videos in the first place, so they just have to be stuff that is interesting to me. I mean, if I started making stuff that was just for everyone else, I wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah, I did that briefly one summer. I made videos that were like supposed to be popular, and I hated it so much.
Yeah,
It was so boring.
it's like you feel like you have no soul. I kind of, like, my Lisa videos kind of became that for a bit. Like, oh, yeah, new Lisa game, let's make a video. But I really do like the first 3, and then the rest are just kind of
How
like,
many are
eh.
there?
There's fan games.
Oh, okay.
Some other channels do that, like, they just hop aboard like, they only do one thing.
Yep.
Like, I only do Sonic
Like,
videos.
we're the Minecraft channel.
Yeah,
Here's
we're the-
episode 8,000 of Minecraft.
Yeah, I can't, I just can't do that. Fuck it. I'd rather just do what I'm doing now.
Yep.
Oh, someone kill it,
For sure.
please.
You definitely put a lot more work into your videos than I put into mine.
Yeah, well. My policy is, like, I want to make stuff that I just do it once, and I've said everything I need to say, and I don't have any regrets.
Yeah.
Like, nobody taught me how to edit. I just fucking put things together, and here we are.
This is the level that I hate.
Yeah, you can get those dudes with the jetpacks, but they're so hard to,
general.
yeah, they're so hard to hit.
Yep.
Yours is kind of like the shield gun from Halo, the shield destroyer.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What do they call that? Charge gun?
Plasma pistol.
Plasma pistol, yeah. Oh shit!
Yeah, see,
This dude with the rifle up there. Oh my god.
don't eat me. No.
Oakland says he's sick of channels that only do one thing.
Yeah.
Well, I think they get sick of it too.
Right.
I mean, it's not just their audience. Like, their audience, obviously, there's always a fall off that happens every couple of years. Like, you never see the same people around.
Yep.
Uh,
Because people get burnt out.
people get burnt out, they grow up, they have jobs. That's just how it works. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's natural. But, like, some people become lost because all they do is they get stuck being known as one thing. And they just can't capture that same energy. One channel that comes to mind is, like, one of my favorite channels of all time, Twin Perfect. They made all the Silent Hill retrospectives. And then they just stopped.
Can I make that jump? I'm sprinting zombie mode. I'm gonna try.
Tacky Tam Canal says, stay timeless. Well, I'll try, man. I think I'm behind the times is what my channel is.
Oh, well.
Here, I got you.
I died. They knocked me off. into oblivion.
Okay, I don't got you.
Yeah.
They killed the dude instantly when I tried to possess him.
Yep.
But maybe that's a good strategy if they kill the dude before the hand. That's the fucking charge gun too. This guy is the worst. Okay, that's all right.
Okay, run away so I can respawn. Because we've got most of them.
Yeah, we did pretty good. There's this one channel, he does camera work. One video did not do as good. He had a huge fit. Man, if I had a fit every time I thought a good video I made didn't do good,
I would have thrown 650.
yeah, I would have. Every one of my videos, really.
Yeah.
That's okay. Like, you can't really choose who watches what, you know? And I ain't gonna force anyone to watch something they don't want to watch. There are plenty of videos from my favorite content creators that sometimes just don't interest me. That's just how it works.
Yep. There's too much content out there these days.
Yeah, it's so saturated.
Here we go. These dudes.
Yeah, if
My
you can,
nightmare.
if you can get one hand on them, they're so OP. If you can possess one of them.
These guys are the worst.
But yeah, look at David's screen, everyone. This is where the game jumps the shark.
Come on. Too much.
All right, I'm gonna try and help you out.
I got one of them.
Here we go.
But look how far away they are. Like, they just. What do you do?
I don't think that did anything. You've got a hand.
Gotta hand it to me.
If you go like on this bridge and like throw it from here, see what I'm doing?
Wait for me a little bit closer, so I don't. If I miss, I just don't waste it. There's so many guys. Our zombies are done for. Oh, there's a guy right here.
Yeah, they're so hard to hit unless you have kidneys.
They're gonna kill me. Yeah, there's some guy right.
That's all right. I'm gonna run back.
This is the worst.
Pissing in the water purifier wasn't jumping the shark. No, that was the best part. That's the climax.
I'm just, I hate it.
Yeah, this is hard. You either have to possess somebody with a gun or possess them.
At least these guns seem to do less damage than a pistol.
I'm gonna make a run for it.
Yeah, they can't kill us all.
Oh, yes they can. Oh my god.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah, I'm boned.
Dude, that was freaking nuts, man. Okay, okay. Did you kill anybody? You don't spawn with
no.
anything anymore either.
No, that sucks.
We're screwed. We're just gonna have to just go in one at a time and try to get one whack.
Yeah, one whack at a time. That's my memoir right there.
Get one whack for this progress.
Just one good whack. Oh my god.
See, this is where it stops being fun. Alright, one whack at a time. Oh, we got a save point. Okay.
I know there's an untapped market for lesser known games, but here's the thing. It's the bigger channels that look to somebody else, they source for content, and they take it, and they present that.
Yep.
And that's how it works. That's how it's always worked.
Yeah, it's the channels that are already popular. That
Yeah.
Stuff. If you're not popular and then you put out stuff that nobody's heard of, it's not gonna help.
Yeah. You just gotta have a different take on a well-known game.
At SGC like a billion years ago, I talked to a guy from I don't know.
Talking in the mic.
I talked from a guy from a fairly popular YouTube channel, and he was like, "Yeah, it's all just in who you know."
It is. It's always been that way. No matter
Like,
entertainment
I had like
industry.
a really good conversation with them. They're really nice guys, but he's like, it really truly is who you know.
What's your advice? Know a famous person.
Yeah, really. That's what you gotta do. Like, just have one. Oh my god.
Jesus!
Keep going.
Yo!
Oh, no.
Damn, that's the strat. What? I'm watching it in the restream over here.
You just have to,
I just flew.
You just need one semi-famous person to like retweet your video or something to get an initial following.
The only kind of famous person I know is Thor, but he's like still obscure. Did you know gaming? That's a famous channel that's used my stuff. I don't think I'm gonna get that retweet.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna get that retweet. That's gonna save my YouTube career.
I'm giving up hope. I just ran past him. I did
Oh,
it.
you did it! That's the ticket right
Everyone
there.
was shooting at you, and I just ran past him.
Yeah. So when I was at SGC, I went to this like YouTube panel where they were talking about the importance of YouTube thumbnails. And then like I think it was like Peanut Butter Gamer, Balrog, maybe Pro Jared.
Oh, good old Pro Jared.
Good old Pro Jared. great Christian hero, Pro Jared. Everyone should listen to his advice. He knows what he's talking about. How to run a YouTube channel, how to run a marriage. Oh my
That
god.
was entertaining for us all.
Those that Pro Jared together stay together. Yeah, so I actually did go to a Pro Jared panel too.
Yeah.
Back when I was I wouldn't call myself a fan, but I watched his channel sometimes. I was never a fan of his personality because I thought he was like a diet Spoonie. I always liked Spoonie better. But, like, Pro Jared always had this stupid, like, smarmy, contrarian edge about him that I didn't like. Like he thought he knew more than he actually did, and he had like the most Reddit opinions about games.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, like he just never had anything important to say. And then he just like, I saw his channel like going down the drain when he started doing like these 1-minute reviews. Like, oh, it's so clever. He does things in 1 minute. I'm like, that's not gonna last. That's like you just copping out on making a real review. But
yeah, one of the channels I like. Well, that was one of my favorite was Classic Game Room.
Classic Game Room.
It's just an.
Oh my God, Mark! What happened? What happened, Mark?
Yeah, it's.
Dude,
I loved that channel.
Dude, you are the target audience for Classic Game Room. Mark and you have the same personality / sense of humor.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, if you watch David's channel, he is just as good as Classic Game Room was. Okay, they produce the same amount of content, same style, same humor. I think David, you might have turned me on to it, but I was a humongous fan of Classic Game Room. I watched all Mark's shit. I watched an entire playlist in a day. Banished from Earth Classic Game Room broadcast. Yeah. And then fucking El Caminos and Truxton.
Yeah.
All day.
Exactly.
And CGR Undertow, I was all about that. Watched all that shit. And then, like, you could just see the life leaving his eyes. Every time the algorithm changed, every time there was a new adpocalypse, Mark was like, shit, gotta go back to a 9-to-5 job. Can't have that. You gotta, okay, watch my videos exclusive on CGR.com. Yeah, fuck that.
Fell apart, but it was good for a long time.
Yeah, very good.
It's fine. I need to step it up. I need to fill that void.
You know, I bet he's still on. I heard he's on Amazon Prime,
Yeah.
but I don't watch video game content on Prime.
I need to fill that void. Do like 5-minute mini reviews of a ton of games.
Yeah.
I need my own edit station.
You don't have an El Camino, but you can show off your motorcycle.
Yeah, I mean it's not 80s classic, but I could just do it in the garage. We are cleaning out our garage and turning that area into like a usable space.
Yeah.
So with my arcade, I have my arcades. I just have those running in the background. Do the same thing.
Dude, I watched so many, like I've talked about this before, but I listen to a lot of different podcasts, like either gaming or like, I don't know, Cold Case Files and True Crime and all that. But on some of the gaming podcasts, Mark would be a guest, and I would always, even if I didn't listen to the show itself, I'd listen to the ones where Mark would come on, and like he would just completely black pill you about YouTube. Like he would talk about in the most depressed tone about everything he's tried to make money off of YouTube, and like how just he had to close down his studio and no longer like rent out his. I think it was like a warehouse that he had. He had a warehouse. He had a fucking El Camino with a disco ball and a full functioning arcade. He had a bunch of teenage boys working for him. Wasn't paying him shit.
Yeah, it's the dream.
That's the dream. That is the dream.
We have to make zombies. So
Yeah, you gotta. I think you gotta whistle some over here.
Yeah, we have to
Yeah,
get zombies into each one of these.
They act as conduits.
Yeah. I think they automatically go for it. Yeah, they just do it themselves. You just have to have enough.
Yeah. Oakland says, but his comic stuff, yeah. I was like
Yeah.
never a fan of his ironic comic shit.
Right.
Like the only comic book I've ever supported with money in recent memory is Doug TenNapel. He's got the new Earthworm Jim Origins. I backed that.
Sure. Are you gonna get that in television too, or whatever?
In television, too. No.
To get the new.
The only things I've backed so far are The Good Life and Earthworm Jim.
James too.
Yeah. That's about it. But like CGR, I guess, is like funding documentaries now. Like he's
Well,
doing
that's what he did before.
like feature-length reviews on
Oh, okay.
on
He did like Civil War documentaries.
yeah, he did Civil War documentaries with like Gene Wilder. Back when Netflix was first starting out, when I used to get the DVD subscription, there was a classic game room movie. There's a full-on feature-length classic game room movie. It's called Classic Game
Oh,
Room.
I think I have it. Where he's like talking about his past.
Yeah.
The old classic game.
Yeah.
From the, like 99.
Where they had like Dreamcast games.
Yeah,
And
I have that DVD.
you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It is.
And he's just like in a random park on a swing set, talking about his life.
Yeah, it's fine.
Kino. I still like Mark, but just I don't know. Maybe he would have enjoyed it if he didn't put all of his eggs in one basket.
Right. Just kept it as a hobby.
Yeah, I kept it as a hobby, but like YouTube is back then, YouTube could be a sustainable living. You could get a fuck ton of money.
Yeah, it's not like that anymore. People have talked about it. Like even the really popular channels say they don't get much money from YouTube. It's more of an advertisement for their other
Yeah.
things. Like you get people roped in with YouTube, and they're like, "Hey, now that you're a fan, check out this other stuff that we do."
Yeah. Which is not a bad strategy. Like you see major corporations making their own YouTube channels, celebrities and stuff like that. Like Will Smith. Fucking Will Smith.
Yeah.
YouTube Rewind.
I was never popular on YouTube, so I don't have to worry about
That's right. You're not sitting at the cool kids table. You're right here. You're stuck with me.
it. Oh, you're stuck with me. You've surpassed me years ago.
I wouldn't call it that. I mean, you taught me everything I know. You are the master. Dude, if it wasn't for your channel, I wouldn't have even tried.
You're like, I've been doing this for years. I can do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, I was like, oh, like when I saw your Alex Kidd video, I'm like, oh, I want to do stuff like that. And that's what happened. Don't think I've forgotten. I remember. You're not going to be a Bootsy, I promise. You're going to stay on the channel for a long time. No Ryans in my life. No Screenwave Media ever going to tear us apart. Fucking rental reviews. I could go on a rant all day about Cinemasker, man. You and me were humongous Cinemasker. You're probably even a bigger Cinemasker fan than I am. David has funded every DVD.
That's not true. I only have like 4.
Well, you've done more than I have.
Sure.
We've met him.
Yeah.
We suffered through the movie.
I never watched it.
Oh, you never did? I did.
I heard it wasn't great, so I didn't watch it.
There's one they can actually lose. You can lose zombies on the conduit, so
Yep.
I'm trying to find the missing one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where the missing one is.
Oh, we did it!
Okay, we said to zap the dam enough. Make a hole in it, I guess. Is that what we're
There,
doing?
yeah, this is a real.
Nope, there's more. We have to do it more.
Oh, okay. There's a
Like phases.
there's a really hard. Where the fuck am I?
You're dead, I guess. What's over this way? I was just wandering down this random hallway. I don't think there's anything down here.
The only source of light is Stubbs'
Yeah,
little
go back
cigarette.
The other way, probably. I
Like
think it's a dead end.
Stubbs has a cigarette that he's smoking, and that's the only source of light whenever he inhales. See it? That's it. That's the source of light. So dark.
Anything good?
Just Oakland's in here. Whenever I feel down, I remember Casey Neistat. Looks like he has FAS. Oh yeah,
He's a weird looking.
dude, he looks like a gremlin. If I had to describe,
Well, he wears glasses all the time. He just looks like a Groucho Marx.
yeah, like if I had to put together a Broadway production of Rumpelstiltskin, he would be the top of my list, top
I
billing.
mean, good for him. He figured out how to.
I know, you got to make it work, dude. This is my theory. Here's my conspiracy theory about YouTube. There's a bunch of ugly-looking dudes on YouTube. Doesn't matter. They have a game review channel. They're using it as a vehicle to get pussy. A lot of them are. Like the moment that's why like the Pro Jared thing happened is like these dudes have never been offered pussy or had any interest, but some crazy person, there's a crazy woman on the other side of the screen that sees him and says like, "Yes, my standards are that low. I want that man. I want the guy who makes Sonic videos." And that's how it happens every fucking time. Every time there's a Me Too moment, it's because some insecure douche who didn't get it in high school is now trying to use his YouTube career in quotes, as a leverage to get pussy. I mean, that's a tale as old as time, but that's just how it goes. That's how it goes. I'm still waiting on mine. I've only been offered boy pussy. Only the gay dudes come out for my channel, but that's alright. At least I've got some offers. Yeah.
There you go.
There I go.
That's all you need.
That's all I need. I tell my girlfriend all the time, you know, if we ever break up, I've got 7 men waiting for me on the other side of YouTube,
Be proud of her.
willing and eager.
This guy's making me lose my mind. Jetpack man.
Boris Hiki with the rose. Damn, this is every stream. Every stream we go off the rails, and
Oh yeah, after about 2 or 3 hours, he just
well,
gone.
it always like derails back in the same old territory. Fuck YouTube, fuck everyone on this platform. I hope it goes down in flames.
So until then, I'm gonna be putting out
But
weird
until
stuff.
then, I'm a part of the problem. Let's go.
Oh,
Ask anyone who,
damn.
yeah.
That animation was straight out of Halo.
Yeah, that was out of Halo. Ask anyone who's watched this channel for a
One
while.
down there got turned off.
It's always the same old 3 topics.
Eating turds for money.
And turrets for money. We've done that one.
How do I can't get in this one?
So, I did a stream last Christmas with Kirk where we played Gremlins on the Wii.
Yeah.
And,
I watched that while I was playing Nier Automata.
yeah, we shouted you out in that.
Mhm.
But I found an even better game for this Christmas for Kirk and I to stream. And he doesn't know it yet.
Oh no.
But he could be watching, so I won't say what it is.
We both died.
That's alright.
We're back in this tunnel. Oh my god, that was so long ago.
Yeah.
That wasn't that long ago.
No, that wasn't that long ago.
Okay, we have to kill that jetpack man.
Where?
He was up there on the top right. That's
Oh.
the guy that kept killing me.
I have no power-ups.
Well, I do. Are these zombies? These are zombies. Okay, come on, zombies. We can handle this situation better.
Dude, as much as I complain about YouTube, like, it still feels like home. It's a stand-in for GameStop. Like, at one point, it was a very important place in my life. I love going there. I worked there. And then, like, the thing I love turned into the thing I despise.
Yeah.
But I still show up. And I still participate. And I think one day it's going to return to the glory days, and it never will. Like, that's the sad truth. But I still hold out for the cool people. I still want to be around to watch it all burn.
Oh, it'll burn.
It's going to burn sooner or later.
No, it'll die. Oh, it died. Mortar strike.
Yeah, they got those mortar guns. I just ran them all over. Okay.
Eat one of them because we need another zombie.
Yeah, that's true. There's one down here. I'm going to find a place to spawn you.
Yeah. Kill those zombies.
Boris says, thoughts on The Boys. Have you seen that, David?
I haven't.
I loved it. So it's like an antithesis of the Justice League, wherever superheroes are portrayed as like arrogant. They do things for money and self-interest, and it's very dark. It's like about the boys are a series of humans that have been fucked over by the Justice League of that world, and they're trying to kill them and get their revenge. And it's all about like both sides. It's like the dark side of humanity and just like the troubling woes of a society that has superheroes in it. And it's very well done. I think it's exactly what Zack Snyder was trying to go for with his DC universe, his dark universe, but he failed at it. But The Boys gets it right. Yeah. Oh dear says, sorry to ask, but who's the lovely new chap? He's actually an old chap. He's one of the oldest chaps. This is King David, King Game Review. He's got his own YouTube channel, David King.
We both have playlists of the 200 plus videos that Hiko did back in the day.
I got my start with David. I got my start. David's my first channel. Hikikomori Media is my third channel.
Yep.
My second channel was Phil Hatley.
I love Phil Hatley.
Yeah.
It'll always be my favorite. Does this truck have a gun on it?
Phil Hatley is like one of those ones like where you do one season and you don't need to do another.
Yeah, I mean, what else could you do? There's nothing.
I wrote an outline for a movie for Phil Hatley,
That's awesome.
but it needed a lot of like working.
All of our stuff is dead.
Yeah. I needed like a lot of working cogs to work in it. Like I had to have a lot of actors, and there was like a time travel plot in it, but it was the dumbest one I could think of because I hate time travel plots in general. So I had to make it as stupid. Yeah.
You have to eat all these people. No. We need power.
Yeah, to make them conduits.
Well, I mean, we need the power too to kill this jetpack man. What's that guy doing?
I got him.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh wait, he's stuck.
It's fine. There's more guys to eat. It keeps on spawning the weak ones.
Hey, Mr. Montana. Salute. Salute. Shadowhog, yeah, Red Letter Media did make a video about the boys. It's pretty good. I suggest just watching the show. Don't watch their video, don't watch any video, just go into the show. And if you like the first episode, it gets better from there.
We got this. We just have to take out that jetpack man.
Boris says, thoughts on Judgment? I didn't buy it. I still have Yakuza 6 to beat.
Man, I'm still working through 4.
Yeah.
I booted it up the other day actually, and I forgot what I was supposed to be doing.
Kill this guy. I 100%ed 4. As much as I could, at least.
I haven't played it in so long, I forgot what I was supposed to be doing.
4 is like... 4 is good, but 5 is the best in the series.
Really?
Yes.
Check it out. Is that on the PS3 also, or is that PS4?
It's coming to PS4 soon. An HD remake. Well, more HD, I should say. 4K. Dude, kill this guy. Throw your arm at him.
The
He's...
arm, I don't think you can.
You can. I've done it. 100%. That'll work too.
That's all I got.
He killed our conduit.
Yeah, we need more scientists, guys. Hopefully they'll spawn more.
I'm gonna play Judgment Eyes, but I mean, I wasn't clamoring at the bit, as they say, or chomping at the bit to play it because I just played through 5, 0, 6, Kiwami 2. I'm kind of at a Yakuza burnout.
Oh, there's another jetpack guy.
I guess that's a good problem to have, but they release them so frequently that it's like I barely have enough time to beat one.
Oh, spawn another set of dudes over here.
Okay, I'll run towards these dudes.
Eat them all. Got the jetpack guy.
Yeah, you go for the far one.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
I'll get this guy.
Good grief.
I'll show you hard science. I'll show you hard science.
Nice.
Alright.
Thoughts on cancel culture? Boris, with all these hard-hitting questions. Cancel culture? Like, do you mean like whenever somebody does something shitty and then people are like, cancel this person? I'm not entirely for it. I think everyone deserves to share their side of the story, and all sides need to be seen. And it's kind of tricky because, you know, there are some cases where people are falsely accused of whatever. It doesn't have to be sexual in nature, but it could be anything. But if there's a lot of evidence leaning on one side,
I didn't mean to run that guy over.
people have the choice not to watch or, I don't know, fund or hire such person. I don't really necessarily believe in it in terms of speech. Like, oh, this guy has an opinion on something that I don't agree with. Let's cancel this person. Like what they did with JonTron.
Oh man.
Yeah.
He's mostly fine now.
Yeah, he's like, I'm sorry. I spoke out of a place of ignorance. I'm done. And that's all he did. He apologized. I don't think you should cancel him forever. I think people can redeem themselves, and I'm not against it. I'm not against people trying to better themselves or make things right, because that's what humanity's about. You're gonna fuck up, you're gonna make mistakes, and how you react to that, like how you recover from that's all what it's about.
Yeah, for
And if you're not given that opportunity, well, that's not fair whenever it comes around to you. Whenever it comes around to you and you make a mistake, then yeah, then what's gonna happen? I don't know. I know, like, there's Twitter mobs, and it's funny. Like, there's a lot of, like, when the Pro Jared shit happened, I was laughing
Oh yeah,
for
sure.
for a solid fucking month. I saw that dude's dick, and it's
Yeah.
not that like I ever wanted to see it, but when I heard about Sin Jared, I immediately wanted to create a parody, like where it was like Sinbad, but with fucking Pro Jared. I don't know, but seriously, like in that situation, wherever there's a case like where he's breaking the law, it was never really proven, so I kind of stepped that back. I haven't seen any proof that Jared sent like nudes to minors.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to hate him for that, but he is kind of a scumbag in general. But I'm also not a fan of his wife. His wife is just equally crazy.
I know absolutely nothing about her.
Like his wife and his other woman,
I know the bird chick.
they're all just nutso, so they all deserve each other.
Yeah.
So
All right, we got this. This took way too long. This is the part of the game where it's just like.
what I don't...
happened to the fun?
Here's what I don't like the most. I don't like people climbing aboard their moral high horse and pretending like they were good, moral, devout people all along, and like that's why you should cancel somebody else because I'm a paradigm of virtue or something. I don't know. I always believe that people are always trying to show their best side, the highlight reels of their life, but they always do something shitty that you don't see. I'm always under the presumption that everyone you know has some shitty skeletons in their closet. Nobody's perfect. That's where I come from.
Get in that car and patrol the area upstairs, just in case got new guys spawn.
As I say, like one day there's like the Hikikomori Google Docs gonna drop, and then they're gonna cancel me. I already feel canceled. I feel canceled right now. How can you cancel?
That
What?
would not have a
Yeah,
really-
that.
it does not.
Yeah, I kind of feel it right now.
Alright. Go
So
down.
I guess I could get used to it. It's not all that
Alright,
bad.
You push these guys. I'll go patrol that top left one. 'Cause that's where they spawn. We're gonna do it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna push these dudes. I wanna push you around. Well, I will.
I think this is the level that I just always.
Yeah,
just
it
down.
takes forever and a
The
day.
bridge and this are back to back, and they're both a pain. Yep, these guys spawn. Fine.
I think that's it.
Yeah,
There's another conduit up there. Damn it.
yeah, because these guys respawn.
God damn it. Oh yeah, I got some. We're going.
Well, you have to go to the down one though. That they're still not in there. The downstairs conduit is not
Yeah.
filled.
It's not.
No. Well, now it is. Okay. It wasn't too.
Okay, cause I remember filling the conduits.
Conduit. This takes so long. Okay, this should be it. Right? We're all going. That's it. Unleash the pee water.
Was that it?
Yeah, and it takes time though. You have to like keep them all up for a certain amount of time.
Okay.
And then it takes like one chip away.
Do you got the bottom level? Okay, there we go. We got it.
Is there one more? This is it.
Let this be it. This level goes on forever.
Nope, there's more.
God damn it. This is the fatal flaw of Stubbs right here.
This mission exactly.
Falls to pieces in the third act.
I mean, really though.
Alright, I want to run him over, but it's like...
Can't. You need the.
Yeah, you need the corpses, but it's faster to get down there. And also, look, I can, like, get all these zombies in here and, like, drop them off near the conduits. That one's good. So I got some zombies with me. You got some over here.
Yeah, I got.
I'll do the bottom level.
Go to the bottom. I actually had power-ups this time, so it wasn't that bad. Last time, between waves, we both were completely out, so that's why we got screwed.
Yeah,
We're like, oh, 3 jetpack guys, and we have nothing to use against them.
right.
And then they killed all of our zombies. But now we're fine.
Hey, look, I just drop them off right there.
Oh, they do. Oh,
Yeah, so you
okay,
can load them
that's
up in
cool.
the truck. That's the ticket.
That's the thing. I
Got
didn't
him.
know about that.
Sometimes. I gotta get fucking close, though. Oh, whatever. If I exit, they'll exit. The AI is not perfect. Go, go, go!
It's definitely not perfect.
Alright. I'll go get some more. Hey, there was one. I don't want to kill him, but I want him on. Come on! Come hitch a ride!
You're like, okay. They're just like the Marines from Halo.
Yeah, they are.
You can tell, like, the more you look at it, if you know this is made with the Halo 1 engine, you're like, okay, oh, what?
You just like squint hard enough, you can still see Halo.
Yep. Alright, get out. Need to fill this one. Somehow the guy in there died.
Okay.
Oh, he jumped out.
Yeah, I got one of the zombies headed that way. I'm just gonna do a sweep.
Yeah, just make sure there's no pestering scientists.
Alright. Looking good. Nope. I don't think so.
More guys just spawned.
Yeah.
Just wiping them out.
Yeah, that's the only way.
Climb over this dam.
Is this a goddamn?
You die if you get too close to them.
Where's the damn bait?
Finally. It's the worst part.
Yeah, that's a lame level. It's better on co-op, way better.
For sure. Because in the regular, if in single player you die and you have to start like the whole thing over again.
Come drink my piss. This whole scene is an epic golden shower.
This is Chuck Chumley of the Punch Bowl
Pretty much.
Action News.
They used to get away with stuff like this in games.
The zombie who's been
Mid-2000s.
terrorizing the city is apparently
Different
cornered.
time.
They
Our
truly
reporter
were.
Jimmy Nesbitt is on the scene now and reporting
Did you
live
like that
by
cookie?
telephone. Jimmy,
It was good.
Yeah.
It was slow.
we appear to be experiencing some interference. I'm sure Jimmy will be.
Alright, let's skip it.
Yeah.
In his own piss water.
We have to be getting pretty close to the end, aren't we?
Yeah, like he goes
One,
back
two
to town.
levels.
Like Punch Bowl is filled with zombies. You gotta make your way to the mayor.
Yeah, something like that.
And then the-
we skipped all his backstory.
Wait.
But in Miles' video. it'll be in
There's a evil scientist boss with a shield, and then there's the mayor who also has a shield. Those are really hard fights. Even on normal mode, they're really hard.
Oh, I forgot about this level with the military and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You can get a tank though.
Alright, we got this.
Follow your zombies.
It's a war zone.
Here, I'm gonna fart. Get them! Red berets.
Oh yeah, get them. Assault rifle. Alright, I'll let these guys out these zombies. I'm still fart loud.
Oh, really? You're, even with the hands, they get stunned by it? Interesting. Boris, favorite Destroy All Humans game? I've only played the first one, so I'm gonna say the first one so far.
Yeah, I only played the first one.
The first one's good, though.
Yeah, I liked it.
I am gonna play the remake, but I wanted to play the original before I tested it out. And, I'm like 75% done with the first one. So far, so good.
I wish they'd make a new Mercenaries game.
Keep dreaming.
I mean, Just Cause basically replaced it, but it's just not as good.
You can't be Sarah Palin in Just Cause. So dark in this level.
It really is.
Let me adjust the brightness. Oh, man. Let me see if I can do that. I can't.
No.
Dang it.
Alright, I'm gonna arm somebody.
Following behind them and then unleashing a fart is the best way for this early part.
Got an assault rifle. We're good.
Dude, what the fuck? Okay. You just plowed through them all. Jeez, they're doing dodge rolls and everything. Yeah, we got a few city levels. They take a bit.
Yeah, I believe not.
That's okay. We've already done like a 3.5-hour stream.
Yeah, and we've shown most of
I
it.
don't think anyone would be mad if we called it an end here soon, so.
I mean, we're almost done with the game. There's like 2 or 3.
Yeah. I think I got enough footage for my
For
video.
Sure, just to prove, hey, there is co-op, and this is what it's for.
Yeah, on Insanity.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I haven't played this game in over 10 years, and I think it still holds up, so that's good. I was worried.
Yeah.
Alright, so, any suggestions out there for weird, obscure, not even horror games, but just games with monster-like things in it that my sister and I should play?
Yeah.
For Halloween. You can play too. Like, you can join us.
Sure.
For our Halloween stuff.
I will do it.
I already have a couple of games picked out that should be entertaining, to say the least.
Boris, my favorite Dark Souls is Demon Souls.
My favorite's 3, by far.
It goes Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, 3, 2.
For me, it goes 3, Bloodborne, 1, and 2, I guess.
I really like 1 though.
I just
At all?
not really.
That's what got me into the series.
Yeah, I've never played Demon Souls, but Dark Souls 1, I almost beat it, but I just didn't like it that much.
Somebody out there's like, oh, Miles, you got shit taste. There's always like that resident Dark Souls fan.
I just like 3 by far more than all of them.
You guys just don't appreciate Dark Souls 2. You don't see it for what it truly is.
I've only played Scholar of the First Sin. I've never played the
Yeah. Well, my ass played vanilla and took a week off work. I used my vacation time to play the PS3 version of Dark Souls 2. Fucking waste of a week is what it was. I bought a whole liter, a gallon of Sunny D, thinking I was being clever. Nope. Almost killed my love for the series.
Wow.
Boris says, I wish there was a game where you could play as The Thing. There is. It's called The Thing for Xbox and
No, but
PS2.
You're trying to survive.
Right. That's
no,
true.
No, what's it called? The new Prey game. I guess it's similar, but they added a multiplayer DLC mode where you play as like an evil, one of the mimics, and you can hide. and
Yeah.
stuff, so it's kind of like that, I guess. But
That's kind of cool.
or Trouble in Terrorist Town, the mod for Gary's mod, like or the game mode for Gary's mod. It's the thing. Like that whole game is just one character's a bad guy, and everyone's just running around the town, and the one bad guy has to like kill everybody without them figuring out who it is.
Those soldiers are killing all my hands.
Yeah. So Trouble in Terrorist Town, I think it's called, on Steam, Gary's mod.
We got a quick save there. Favorite Resident Evil game? Mine, it changes. I like Remake probably the best. And 7. Honestly, Remake and 7. Those are my 2 favorites. I've probably played 7 more than any other Resident Evil.
Really?
I ran it so many times because I had a lot of fun. But Remake is probably my favorite. I like the original Deadly Silence on the DS. Resident Evil Outbreak.
For me, it's probably 4.
It's probably Survivor. David's favorite is Survivor.
I mean, honestly, 5 is a lot of fun. I like 4 and 5 and Remake 2 the most.
J Money, all the Missouri Walmarts that I know of have armed guards right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that extends to Kansas. You might have to ask Kirk. There's the jukebox.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. I think those are. I don't really like that franchise that much, except for like the newer ones. I don't like the older ones. I don't like the.
He doesn't like the actual survival horror
No,
part
I
of
really-
survival
I really
horror.
don't.
David's the reason why the franchise went to shit for a good decade.
Well, I don't like 6 that much. It's fine.
You don't like 6?
It was okay.
Okay, then I respect that opinion.
It was the worst of the newer ones. for
Yeah. I'm starting to play Revelations, and I like them.
Yeah, I played Revelations 2, and it was fine.
Yeah, Revelations 1's pretty fun so far.
Oh no.
I like 4 though.
4. I like 4.
I like 4. 5's all right. 6 is the worst.
Oh no, I died.
Remake 2 is great.
Be safe. Don't die.
Remake 2 might be my favorite game of this year so far.
Yeah, that one was great. I love it.
If it came out this year, or was it?
Yeah, I think it was the spring, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
I think so. I don't have a favorite game this spring other than, like, that game was good, but I can't think of anything else I really got into this year.
Yeah, this has been a bum year. Everything's like coming out at the end of the year.
And there's nothing even this fall that I'm super excited
Final
about.
Fantasy VII Remake?
It's not coming out this year.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It's not?
It's
March?
like next spring.
Ah, it's coming out in March. Okay. Death Stranding?
No, I have no interest.
No interest in
They
it?
haven't shown anything.
Damn, dude.
They haven't shown anything except walking around looking at ghosts.
What more do you expect? It's a Kojima game.
I just don't even know what it is.
Hasn't he earned enough goodwill with you? Hasn't he?
No.
The Good Life?
Is that coming out this year?
No. Coming out in spring.
Yeah, there's just nothing. Borderlands 3, I guess.
Borderlands 3, there you go.
That's really about it.
Lining Randy Pitchford's pockets. You're helping him for another Me Too settlement. That's what you're paying for.
Just nothing I'm really pumped about.
Yeah, I hear ya. Death Stranding's probably the biggest thing I'm looking forward to.
I'm interested to see what it is, but I'm not. I mean, I don't have a PS4 anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Any thoughts on Doom Eternal?
I'll play it. I'll gameplay it. Because I liked Doom 2016. I thought that was a really good game.
Look, man. I like Death Stranding. I've liked everything I've seen and the things I haven't seen. I know it's going to be great.
Do you know?
I'm an optimist about it.
I'm not.
Kojima's never let me down.
Never.
Never. I even like Metal Gear 5.
I like 5. It's fine. It has the best gameplay and the worst story.
I don't really care about Metal Gear story. It's always been
Well, fine. It has
ridiculous.
the worst, like, at least interesting, like, cutscenes and characters and stuff.
I mean, I couldn't care less.
Oh, that's why I played it. Just for that stuff.
I've beaten every Metal Gear multiple times. I know the story, but I like all the physics and weird game mechanics that he incorporated, like the little details.
Yeah, sure. It's a good
That's
game.
why I play.
It was good. It's fine.
He's never once let me down.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm interested.
Name a time when Kojima's let you down.
I'm just
You can't.
I just don't know what to expect from that game, so I'm not excited about it until I see what it is.
Yeah, that's the fun of it.
Well, I'm not gonna buy it until I know what it is, because well, I don't.
But
have
if
to
you
buy
know
it.
what it is, that spoils the fun. Yes, it
What
does.
if I don't like it?
Then you don't like it. You made a risk.
Well, I
Live a little.
I gameflied it.
What if you eat a meal and you don't like it, David?
I like all food.
I went out to dinner. This one was cold. I didn't like it. Can't eat this dinner no more.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna turn off. I'm never gonna eat again. I fucking hate that mentality. Just give it a shot.
Well, I don't
Just try it out for yourself. See if you like it.
I
And
don't have a PS4, so I can't.
get a PS5 because it's gonna come out for PS5.
I will.
But what if I don't like it?
Yeah, what if I don't like it?
Then you can take it back, I guess.
Well, what if they don't?
Gamefly it. What have you got to
I will
lose?
gamefly it if I get.
Yeah,
PS4.
see, he's gonna gamefly it. So he has no dog in this fight. I'm gonna buy it, and if I don't like it, I'll tell you if I don't like it.
I'm just saying, I'm not like super hyped for it.
I'm super hyped for it.
The only game right now I'm super hyped for is Cyberpunk. Like, that's about it.
Cyberpunk, why? Because Keanu Reeves?
No, I was.
Because it has a celebrity attached to it? Well, so does Death Stranding.
Yeah, well, I don't care about.
You know nothing about Cyberpunk's gameplay.
Well, yeah. there's
You know
an hour
nothing about
gameplay.
it.
There's
How
an
can you
hour
be
gameplay
excited?
video.
Yeah, whatever. So did Death Stranding.
Yeah, and it was boring looking.
It's a slow burner. You like slow burners.
Do
You
I?
play, dude. You play all the Telltale. You play Life is Strange.
I do like Life is Strange.
You play Life is Strange, and you're gonna sit here and tell me Kojima shit isn't good?
Life is Strange is good.
Oh my god!
Quality games.
want to die.
Wanna
The
die?
Davis' favorite game has gone home.
No, that was kind of boring.
Yeah,
I'd
okay.
rather play Tacoma.
All right. All right.
I like Tacoma. It's good. I like What Remains of Edith Finch.
No.
Oh yeah, that's a good game.
Wrong.
No, it's good.
I can't, like, the only good...
Firewatch.
No, dude, no, that
don't
game
like
was
Firewatch?
absolute
I
trash.
love that game.
Pretentious
I played it like
shit.
4 times.
So, yeah, you're the only one. It's like a one and done kind of game.
That's good.
No. See, this is David, okay. Anything that has a true auteur behind it, no. Anytime there's somebody with colored hair and half their head shaved, oh, best game ever. First in line.
What? I like it.
Oh my god. Oh no! I'm still alive.
Oh, I'm dead. Dude, this is miserable.
This is miserable. This is like what it's, and you can't do anything about those mines unless you possess a soldier and shoot all of them.
Yeah, this sucks. See, that bridge level is where the game starts to go really downhill.
Yeah. Oh man. I don't know if I can help you, David.
I killed him! I don't need help. I'm good. Oh, you respawn with stuff now, though.
I'd respect you if you said something like Sam and Max or Monkey
I
Island.
like Monkey Island.
Okay.
It's a good game.
Yeah, they are good games.
I like Maniac Mansion.
Oh hell yeah. Maniac Mansion was like my favorite LucasArts game.
I like Full Throttle.
What about Day of the Tentacle?
Never played it.
Dude, that's so good. You can also play through Maniac Mansion in Day of the Tentacle. The full game's unlocked. Yeah.
I heard it's the DOS one, right?
Yeah. Did you like Leisure Suit Larry games?
Never played them.
They're all right.
I mean, I've watched a playthrough of a couple of them.
They're all about the titties. That's it.
Yeah.
Text adventure for titties. What more do you want? Was that you? Oh, sorry.
You actually saved me.
Oh, okay. Now we got to get across that with all those landmines.
This is just the worst. I didn't mean to jump on that guy. I meant to jump on the other one.
Get off
There, I
me!
got
Get
a
off
guy.
my head!
I'm going to get a guy.
You can't get the helmet at once.
Oh, you can't? Bummer. Let's get out of here.
I've got this guy. Taking out all the other guys.
Does he have a helmet on?
The guy I have them.
Okay. Oh, when I spawned back as Stubbs, I landed on a landmine.
Great. Trying to clear a path. These landmines look huge.
There's a new Resident Evil games in the work.
Really?
Yeah. They're already doing alpha testing for it. If you're a part of that Capcom club,
Yeah, I am.
you are? You can apply to be an alpha tester of whatever new Resident Evil game is.
Which is just a remake of 3.
Maybe. I hope so. I really like 3.
Why aren't you respawning?
Uh,
Can you not respawn if I'm possessing something?
I think you have to unpossess them.
Well, let me take out more guys.
Okay.
This is our only hope at this point.
No hope. This has been a weird stream. We've been so many directions.
It's good.
We went from depressing to funny stories to shitting on David's game taste.
I mean, that's part of everything.
That's standard.
Yeah, that's
Standard. That's the thing, though. David will be into something. I'll trash on it. Then I'll get into it and pretend like it was cool all along.
It's true.
That's how it's always worked between us.
Yep.
I might end up liking Life is Strange. I
Never
honestly,
played it.
I played the demo and I was bored to tears.
Well, I mean, sure.
I can't identify with the protagonist.
Then play the second one.
Jumped into the second one?
Yeah, they're not really related. They're different characters.
Oh.
I liked the prequel of the first one also. It was good.
Dude, I just can't invest myself in story-based games as much anymore. Because, like, Telltale really let me down. The Wolf Among Us 2 was, like, one of my most highly anticipated games. And same thing with The Walking Dead. Like, it got me in. I love Season 1 so much. And then Season 2 was, like, the biggest lump of
I
shit.
never watched the show, but I read the comic for like 10 years, but I stopped because it was the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
It's all about character drama.
Well, it was like, oh, we found a city, we're gonna repopulate it and build it up. And we're like, cool, we did it. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh, some bad guy.
The
killed
bad guy.
everyone. And they're like, all right, we killed the bad guy. Let's go to. Oh, look, next door, we found another city.
Yeah, there's another bad guy. There's another
There's
megalomaniac
Yeah, it's just like,
with an eccentric personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that like 6 times. Like, you know what?
They're ending the comics right now. They're on the last issue right now.
Well, maybe I'll catch up then. Since
Yeah, there's a. I think that's important though. Like there needs to be a cutoff point for something. Things get stale. Ideas need to die.
yeah, got still.
And the show is especially guilty of that. The show is absolute trash. It hasn't been good since like season 3, and it's like season 12 right now. And my girlfriend and I just watched just out of sheer like masochism, just to see how bad it can possibly go. It's like sci-fi original programming bad. It's like Lifetime original movie.
Like,
Dude,
I
it's
never
so
really got into the show,
bad.
so I had no idea.
The show, like, watch the first season, you'll like it, because Frank Darabont, the director of The Shawshank Redemption, he's the one who put it together. He's a showrunner.
Actually, no, that's not true. I watched the first couple episodes. Because it follows the first chunk of the comics really closely.
Yeah,
and then it
and
like splits off and adds new characters.
It's really good. The first few episodes are like little self-contained movies.
Yeah. I did
Very
watch that.
good. And then it just goes to absolute shit.
And they had that redneck guy with the book.
Daryl?
Yeah, he's not in the comics.
No, he's an OC.
He's like the worst character.
Norman Reedus?
Yeah. He's why I didn't like the show.
Really?
Yeah.
I have got nothing against him. I think he's funny. I think shows need more rednecks.
We can make fun of him.
I think he makes the most sense to survive in that world though.
Sure.
Like
But-
he fits well into it.
I really didn't like his character, so that's why I didn't like the show.
Yeah, I mean like his character does get development.
Well, that's good.
More so than a lot.
Oh, gather zombies. We're gonna get zombies. They kill them all.
They're just a whole bunch of Here's the thing though. There's a golden rule in the Walking Dead TV show. If a character ever starts to get development, they're going to die. They're going to die either that episode or the next.
How am I supposed to get zombies if there's guys with rocket launchers?
That's the Walking Dead rule. If a character who normally doesn't have any lines starts getting lines, they're on the chopping block.
We need to kill this guy. Look, there's a guy with a rocket launcher up in this window. What am I supposed to do about that?
Boris, I also wish Parasite Eve would come back. That's one of my favorite series.
I never played it.
Dude, how do I get back to where you are? I climbed this whole area and I've split away.
Yeah, where are we supposed to get more zombies?
Follow the green arrow.
Yeah, that's the door we're supposed to break down.
Oh, maybe if you break that down.
Oh, yeah, but we need more zombies to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't get back over there. I'm on the other side of town.
Loop around.
Okay.
Where are we supposed to find more zombies? Are they gonna spawn more enemies for us?
Possibly.
This is my nightmare.
David, do you play Rainbow Six Siege?
Yeah, I do.
He does.
I haven't played it a lot in the last year or so, but I played a decent amount. It's fun. I like it. That and Overwatch are the only first-person shooter games I've really played in the last few years.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a guy with a rocket launcher up in that window, and that's the... Oh, there's a door. I can go up in here. I didn't see this.
The only FPS games that I played loyally were Left 4 Dead and Team Fortress 2.
Zombies! Sneaking up!
Stinking zombies! Alright, how do we get over there? Can we jump it?
I think you need to possess that guy and use a rocket to destroy
No, it
it.
says you need zombies.
Okay.
It says... on there.
Oh, there they
Oh,
are.
after you killed that
Here comes
guy-
the cavalry.
Okay, we had to kill the rocket man.
Another one!
So,
Fart.
we want to... Like, you don't want to kill him.
If you take their arms, though, they turn into zombies.
Yep.
All right.
So that's like really...
I'm an RL1! What the?
Zombie horde.
I'm trying.
Space!
So this is like Pikmin. This is the most Pikmin thing this game ever does. You've got to get enough zombies to destroy a wall. That's exactly how Pikmin works.
Yeah.
Except no zombies, carrots.
Commie scum dog, sir!
Got him.
Head.
We make a great team.
Yeah, great. Send another jeep full of dudes at us. Where's that enough zombies?
I think that's enough. Just keep throwing them that way.
They're sending more guys at it.
Yeah.
You'll be all right. I'll live to kill and to hear the lamentations of the women.
Yay!
What the?
This is fun though. I like having like just a small objective like this. Not like, go halfway across town, kill one guy through a alleyway of snipers.
Yeah.
That shit sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this game's not perfect. Some of the levels could be balanced better.
For sure.
But in general, it's still an enjoyable game. There we go.
There we go! Timber!
Wow, we did it. We're heroes. From 0 to hero in no time flat. Slapped his face on.
Is that the only time that happens? I think that's the only time it happens. There's just random civs in here.
Yep. To get your powers back, I'm sure.
You're, do you have to go through this barricade or what?
Oh no. What the heck is this?
Because we took down the wall.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Wow, what a game.
Alright. That's about it for right now.
I think that's good.
It's a 4-hour stream. Let's go through the chat, shout out all of our friends.
Yeah.
Here, I'll turn it to full screen. Full cam. Hi.
Hi.
I'm wearing my Left 4 Dead 2 shirt fitting.
I'm wearing just a random motorcycle.
Ride every day.
I didn't ride today. Or yesterday.
David's a true biker. Okay, let's do our shout outs. If you want a shout out, say something now. Say something now. Max, Oakland, Ferris, Shadowhog777, Shizu Wolf. It's Mohammed, Frankie Fonseca, Nuker, thanks for the super chat. Nuker145. Johnny. Shout out to Johnny. Kirk Almighty. Big Wrench on campus. Boris McGinnis. Mr. Montana. And I think that's about it. Pretty good stream. Long one. Once again, if you want to watch this, it'll be unlisted under cool streams.
Unlisted?
Yeah, so it doesn't clog up my channel.
Oh, okay.
I don't like to like flood all my...
Oh, you put it in a playlist?
Yeah, I don't like to flood my supplementary content all across my channel. So in case like somebody's dropping by like, oh, look at all these live streams.
Yeah.
Like, you know, my channel does a lot of different things. So, yeah. Anyway, we're sweaty, we're tired, and Dave has got to go home.
I do.
So thanks for watching. Look forward to a Stubbs video one day down the road.
Yeah, that was fun playing that game again. It's been a while.
See y'all later.